In a matter-of-fact way, you say the title during the singing.
It's a double entendre.
It's something.
In fact, it's so good it's almost a triple entendre.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin at the Performance Center.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Not only does he sing songs with guitar and organ, he also changes oil, does tune-ups.
Whatever you need.
It's the Performance Center. There's
That's a lie.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
Did you hear what he did?
So Pat can't do adulting. Have we discussed this?
Oh, that's true. I saw him break out in a sweat when somebody asked him, what color stain do you need? Stain. What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Changed my oil.
Stain. What the hell?
Changed my oil yesterday in the car. Not on my own, but I drove there.
Oh, okay.
Did you go to Jiffy Lube?
I went to Jiffy.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
Hi, Ace. How you doing?
Doing good, Chick.
All right. You got a report on last night's XFL game?
Haven't watched it yet, but St. Louis was at Seattle. So.
Okay, yeah. St. Louis won, I think, with a last-second field goal.
Okay, hold it right there. Stop right there.
They did.
Test.
Huh?
From St. Louis. It's the very handsome Josh Arnold. And I don't know the answer to this question.
Hi, Willie. How are you?
Oh, sorry.
Hanging out. I'm good.
Hey, Will.
That's Willie. This is Tom. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
What is the name of the St. Louis XFL team?
You know what's funny is I actually watched some of it last weekend or the weekend before, and I do not remember.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Kristi?
I
don't know. Willie?
What are you looking at me for?
The Vipers, maybe?
I think Ace and I both know, because I know, yeah.
What is it?
The Battlehawks.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ask me about Seattle.
What's Seattle?
The Sea Dragons.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's a cool one, huh?
Well, they got the Kraken, right?
Yeah,
they
that
do.
goes with the hockey team. Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
I like the Battlehawks. That sounds...
Battlehawks?
Yeah.
Well, I got a hawk, but he likes to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I do with him?
Is it like a war eagle thing? Like
I
they're
don't
different
know.
sides of the same coin?
Well, having grown up, being born and grown up in St. Louis,
Yeah.
no clue.
See, and that's my problem. I like it when it kind of ties into the, like, for example, the New Orleans Jazz. Great name. The Utah Jazz, no.
Well, I know that one part of St. Louis has hawks. They're looking for that in Sauget. They're looking for that sweet.
That's Sauget's in Sauget in Illinois, technically. That's where all the bad stuff happens. I want to remind
Their
everybody.
mail from St.
Or
Louis.
some of the very good stuff.
This is interesting. Do you ever tell the time that John Fox's girlfriend tried to punch me in the men's room at?
Love it. Love everything.
Checks out.
Okay. I'm sorry. On the road this weekend. It's Pat Godwin. This is going to be a great show. It's a benefit for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, so all the more reason to go. But Pat will have you standing up, a standing ovation guaranteed.
Well, what I think.
When is
Star Spangled
Well,
Banner.
now you say that, and the people will see you in hell before they stand up.
No, it's Lancaster, Ohio. Coming up Saturday night. That'll be great. Also, Donnie Baker is out. Donnie's going to be out. He's going to be tonight at the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa, and then in Quincy, Illinois tomorrow night at the One Event Center. By the way, one event only.
Oh, okay.
That's how serious they are.
Well, they tried like a 3-ring circus thing, but it just didn't turn too very.
So, Pat, I know you'll have a good show this weekend.
Oh, thank you.
While I'm at it, this is very exciting. Coming up Friday, March 10th, the Brown County Playhouse, a great spot for a show. It's Willie G and Patty G, Mr. Godwin and Mr. Griswold right there. That'll be a cool show coming
That'll
up.
be here before you know it. It's almost March. Man.
Today, happy birthday to my little girl, Hart, turning 7.
Oh,
All
wow.
right. I thought she was 14. She's not 14 years old?
No, she's just little 7.
Does she have the attitude of a 14-year-old?
No, it's just a very funny joke that I like to do with little kids. Whenever they turn like 6 or 7, I'm like, hey, happy 13th birthday. I'm only 7. I forgot their birthday anyways. It's a good time for everybody.
I always get birthday cards for kids like that says, Happy Bar Mitzvah. And I scratch out Bar Mitzvah and write birthday with a Sharpie.
By
It's
the way,
hilarious.
Hart is
They
in
love it.
charge.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of the impression
20,
I get.
20 or so years from now, there's some guys going to be getting bossed around a lot. Just telling you.
Wonder where she got that.
Warning him now.
There are guys out there that want and
That
need
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just saying. I'm just saying. Happy birthday, little Hardy. Now,
What'd you get her for her birthday?
I
What
got-
are 7 or...
I want to say...
Is she
I
listening?
think you gave me the idea. No, she's I'm sure she's asleep. It's a Lego set that it looks like an aquarium.
Oh.
And it's got hanging fish and stuff in it. It'll be fun.
Cool.
I have to go to an 8-year-old girl's birthday party this weekend. That's why I asked.
It's really cool.
Oh.
It's a nice Lego. And then I got her these posters that her face is in them for Gabby's dollhouse. It looks like she's on the show. Oh,
see, this is what happens.
That's cute.
Kristi, who has all these friends, every news story we do, she has a friend who does this.
I have a lot of friends.
I have a lot of friends. Yeah, but now, this weekend, because of these friends,
I have to go to an 8-year-old's birthday party.
boy, does that suck. See, I'm not unhappy about that at all.
But you haven't been to birthday parties in a while. They've become more like Halloween, where the kids get the candy and the folks get the booze.
Mm-hmm. I think that's my favorite thing about Halloween is a lot of the neighborhoods. Dad takes the kids around, but they pull a wagon with 6 or a beer in there.
Heck yeah.
By the time they get back and make the circuit, come back home, they're loaded.
Rolling coolers. It's
And
great.
what's the name of it when you're at the bottom of the driveway? That's a new thing.
Huh?
Trunk or treat.
That's it. Yeah, trunk or treat. Thank you.
Oh, trunk or treat. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
At the bottom of the driveway.
Yeah, we had people in the neighborhood that had the little fire pit out in the driveway, and we're making hot dogs. And
Gotta love it.
oh, yeah.
All right. Well, now we have some interesting news in the world of sports coming up.
If you say so. I mean, yes, we do, Tom. Eric Bieniemy at the gates.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I was going with sleeping with Bieniemy.
Oh.
Enemy at the gates.
Or within, you could go with.
She's already making static over there. You hear her?
Yeah.
I don't get
I'm going to crawl into your skin today.
By the way, there's a song I never understood.
What?
I've got you under my skin. What are you, a zit? Just unappealing. Nice melody, but could we come up with a better lyric?
little Cole Porter there.
I know. Doesn't that bother you?
Deep in the heart of me, it's a beautiful song.
Didn't you record with Cole Porter? You and Barry Gibb?
When I was 17 years old,
yeah.
Cole and Hunter. Yeah.
Oh.
He was very old at the time. 113.
But he still had his fastball. He still brought it. Unbelievable.
Coming up also...
Yeah, that's all I had. Yeah, thanks, Tom.
no, it's all, you said you had no sports. Huh?
Chad Ochocinco, when he was with the Bengals, had some unique living arrangements. We'll talk about it. J.J. Watt got some interesting correspondence yesterday from the National Football League ordering him to do something. That's right. J.J. Watt's retired, so he could give a damn. We'll talk about it. And there's a pitcher. You can't ask him if he's left-handed or right-handed. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
He throws with his foot. That's right.
Okay. We'll certainly look forward to that.
Let's talk about it.
We have lice in the news.
Oh, good.
We have rectal massage in the news.
That's not the worst one.
That sounds not
Go on.
that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too...
In a medical story of all things.
It's like a wand, not a hand or something, right?
You wait till you hear. You'll be unpleasantly surprised.
What else do we have?
We have a wedding party that they get stuck somewhere. You'll hear about that. Very exciting. And then my favorite story involves a lady who they were carjacking. An old lady they tried to carjack.
Yeah, don't mess with the elderly.
Oh, I love stories. If this is, I hope it's...
Yes. It's great.
Like a
I know.
karate grandma?
These poor guys just trying to make ends meet. They see this old woman gives him static, and she probably beats him up or something with her
It's some
poodle.
snot-nosed kid they should publicly hang to save the judicial system a lot of money. That's all coming up. Right now, it's quiz time. That's right. Chick McGee, what is your sleep number setting, please?
I forget. I mean, 100, Tom.
There you go. Josh, what's your sleep number setting?
65. Thank you very much.
Now, the
See if you
100,
can
100 would be the firmest of mattresses.
Sure.
Kristi Lee, yours is...
40.
So it's like sleeping on a giant marshmallow. The point is, Sleep Number has done some research.
He's very brittle.
As they created the greatest line of beds ever, they found out that 8 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. So if you go to the regular mattress store and you see people lying down on these mattresses in the middle of a giant room, staring at the ceiling, going, I guess I like this. Well, no, that's not the way to do it.
What about the salesman who comes over?
The salesman comes over and goes, hi. And you go, oh, this guy's got terrible breath. That won't happen at a Sleep Number store because you adjust the bed when you get home and you can keep it at your setting or change it at will. It's genius, and Sleep Number has their best sale of the year going on already. That's right. They're not waiting for Labor Day. It's happening right now. 50% off. The ultimate Sleep Number event is happening. 50% off, of course, the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Special financing available from Sleep Number right now. Subject to credit approval, of course. Minimum monthly payments are required. All the details are at sleepnumber.com/BT show. A bunch of different options. You're going to have a bed that you're going to like and a bed that will last longer. I love my Sleep Number bed. 85 is my Sleep Number setting. Thank you very much. And I could adjust it tonight if I wanted a firmer mattress to 100. Find out the details again at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, lots of interesting stuff, including a really bizarre hack at Disney World that will have you going, no. I promise. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Yeah, it is. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Friday. On the way, Dusty Slay going to be joining us, a great comedian, and Jeff Oskay with the news we failed to mention, another great comedian. By the way, people on the road this weekend include Pat Godwin at Big Sisters, Big Brothers fundraiser, Lancaster, Ohio. That would be Big Brothers, Big Sisters fundraiser. Lancaster, Ohio, Saturday, February 25th. Check out more at patgodwin.com. And then March 10th, my gosh, Pat Godwin and Willie G at the Brown County Playhouse in Nashville, Indiana. Opportunities to see some live comedy continue with Greg Warren laughs at the Lincoln in Belleville, Illinois this Saturday, February 21st. 5th, Donnie Baker tonight, the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa, and tomorrow night, the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois, DonnieBaker.com for more. Live comedy, chances to see him this weekend. Get your tickets, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things that you may have missed. A coast-to-coast storm that paralyzed roads and blacked out nearly 1 million homes and businesses set to pound California, sparking warnings about floods and blizzards. The National Weather Service says the storm could dump as much as 5 feet of snow in some Southern California mountains, which could bring whiteouts and an increased risk of avalanches. Rare blizzard warnings in place. Further north, portions of Interstate 80 in California and Wyoming already have been closed because of impassable conditions, including a 70-mile stretch over the Sierra Nevada. Snow, ice, freezing rain also expected to keep hitting areas of the Plain States and northern areas, including New England. Be careful out there. Russia's launched a rescue ship for 2 cosmonauts and a NASA astronaut whose original ride sprang a dangerous leak at the International Space Station. The new empty Soyuz capsule should arrive at the orbiting lab Sunday following its liftoff Friday from Kazakhstan. The capsule leak in December blamed on a micrometeorite that punctured an external radiator, draining it of coolant. Same thing happened again earlier this month, this time on a docked Russian cargo ship. Russia delayed the launch of the replacement Soyuz after the second leak, looking for any manufacturing defects. However, no issues were found. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual Ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say? From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
Yeah, I can tell. We can tell. I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
We're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay, great. Go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Japanese authorities arrested a man for defecating on another person's bicycle seat.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Pat, you have a song for this?
I could do something for you. It's crazy, so crazy, just what some people do. It's not because he's lazy and couldn't find the loo. He says it was because of attraction why he made a major transaction. It don't smell sweet upon the seat. That bicycle wasn't meant for number 2.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did she ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald. B-A-L-D. Bald. A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald. B-A-L-D. Bald.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Ace Cosby's here. Hello. Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Thank you, Chick. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And I understand there may be a double dose today. That's the rule.
There usually is, yeah. Double, triple, whatever you want.
Joke of the day is what it's called.
You understand?
No more rules anymore.
The Ace controls your microphone. You're aware of that.
No, Ace and I are on good terms. It's for somebody who's so into seasonality and the laws of celebrating certain things at certain times. It's supposed to be one a day, and you're utterly destroyed.
And you're screwing up the pizza thing for a month.
Yeah.
Well, he can eat pizza
all over
and salad and maybe a steak if he wants it.
No, Ace for the month of March is eating pizza for all 3 meals each day. If he wants to have a side salad, that's acceptable.
No.
Eddie was telling me about a place near me that has salad on the pizza.
Well, that's the only way you can do it.
I agree. If it's on top of the pizza, then it's fine.
Yes.
But and you have to finish the pizza that it's sitting upon.
Wait a
You
minute.
can't have a pizza be a plate.
Eddie was talking to you? Well, now Eddie's dead to me, too.
Oh, man.
Now, we have been receiving.
Fine, Eddie.
We've been receiving the names of great pizza places all over the country that are willing to ship Ace a frozen pizza.
Awesome.
So he's going to be eating and rating pizzas.
Oh, that's a new thing. He's going to rate them?
Yeah. Well, he's at the end, I'd like him to stack them.
By the time we're into the middle of March and we've forgotten to do this, as we always do, you'll go, hey, what happened to you eating a pizza a day a month? What happened to that?
I'm buying the pizzas. Ace is not going to forget this.
Yes, I know you're buying the pizzas. I know.
You know Ace. There's no way he's going to not remember what's going on here. I may have to issue him a credit card.
I like that.
I do.
Oh,
I do. Please do.
Hey, look, pizza, big screen TV, pizza.
I do like Willie's rule a lot that the pizza cannot just be a plate. So you can't put, if you're in the mood for meatloaf, you can't put a meatloaf on a pizza and not eat the pizza.
One more caveat. You have to eat all the leftovers. You can never cook a new pizza if there's leftover pizza in the refrigerator.
I'm with Willie on it.
No, don't let him go to waste if he's eating the same thing,
Well,
you
I'll
guys.
never let a pizza go to waste.
Okay, all right.
I'll mix my leftovers.
You know what, Ace?
Oh, my gosh.
When you said I'll never let a pizza go to waste, I believed you.
Yeah, I know. I had no. As soon as he started, I was like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
No one ever shows honesty like that in here.
Now, this all started with a little around the horn thing we did, which was
Around the horn.
The simple question: if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I know, Josh, you said peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, yeah, that's my favorite food.
Kristi Lee, you said
Popcorn, but I can't really eat it anymore.
Okay, well, that's a shame.
I know.
You couldn't do a month of peanut butter and jelly, could you, Josh?
No, I couldn't.
See, so Ace is stepping up. He's our little pizza hero.
At least pizza's
Very.
Right.
I mean, you can have so many varieties. Peanut butter and jelly.
Spinach and mushroom pizza.
Yeah.
He almost
sausage one day, biscuits
he almost
and gravy.
said spinach and mushroom pizza. That's what he almost said.
Wow.
Well, I'll be damned.
Ace is secretly a Southern banker
He's a
from the 1970s.
gentleman.
Savannah.
Well,
Some bitch.
We'll see what
I
happens.
won't.
Now,
Dear people.
Okay.
That's us.
I'm my name's Sean. I'm a locksmith out of Lexington, Kentucky, and I genuinely cannot count how many cars I've unlocked because dogs have locked the car on their own.
No.
On 2 different occasions, I almost couldn't unlock the car because the dogs kept attacking my tools and couldn't let me get to the mechanism to unlock the car.
And we had a great story
He's
about
a
this.
good boy.
And a guy sent us a video of this. I think it's a little Rottweiler puppy. It looks with gigantic paws that has locked the door on the guy. Hilarious. Dog's going, hello, I'm in here. Let me out.
Do they want to be in there? Do they know what they're doing? Or are they just having the time of their life?
This puppy's paws were just
bouncing around.
Yeah.
Well, but just Chick said this guy wrote in, and it's happening constantly. There's some sort of conspiracy.
There might
You
be
think so?
dogs,
Yeah.
Are after us.
We'll get Tim Bedore on that.
Also, Tom ruining people's lives. Hello, morons, and Kristi with 2 E's. That's interesting. I trimmed my toenails over the weekend and needed to put some finishing touches on them. So I went to my wife and I couldn't think of the word nail file. So I asked for the sandpaper stick.
They are.
That's what Tom says.
Thanks a lot, Tom. And my husband and I were on our way to pick up a flatbed trailer to haul some wood. And for the life of me, I couldn't think of the word trailer. So I came out. I said giant wagon instead. Where's the giant wagon?
That happens all the time. You forget what word you're looking for. You improvise. It's you think it on your feet is what I say. And sandpaper sticks, by the way. I've known carpenters that have emery boards, I guess is the technical.
emery board,
I've known carpenters that have pulled them out to do little stuff with them. They're very handy.
They're very handy.
In fact, I think I've got one right here.
Well, keep them over there, will you?
Well, you're always borrowing it.
Wait, are you saying a carpenter uses a nail file for woodwork?
I've seen a carpenter on a very delicate situation take out one of these because they are sticks of sandpaper.
Huh.
They're very handy. Got a little bit of meat on them, a little bit of stiffness there.
Sure.
Stiff meat. Some of the pieces Ace will be
Stiff meat.
Stiff meat.
And we got an email for me and Willie and Josh to go check this place out. Yesterday you mentioned Jim Jones and the mass suicide and drinking Kool-Aid.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you are correct. They did use the Flavor Aid stuff. There is a museum in Savannah called Graveface. It's dedicated to stuff like that. They have an O.J. Simpson. They have a Heaven's Gate. And the museum has 4 empty packets of Flavor Aid from the site and Jim Jones sunglasses.
Oh. Wow. How about that?
Face. You guys must check this
Now,
place
do you know
out.
the greatest trivia fact about Jim Jones?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because I told you this.
Oh, go ahead. Then you share it.
He sold monkeys door to door.
What?
Jim Jones, the cult leader who led the mass suicide in Guyana.
That was a job? Why didn't they tell me that on career day? I would have loved to be a door-to-door monkey salesman.
Door to door.
Children need to know that when they grow up that they can do that when they grow up. That can be an option.
They can't do that anymore, Willie. This was at a different time.
Well, young man, do you want to be an accountant and read tax forms all day or play with monkeys and drive around?
Monkey sales.
Wonder how many he would sell.
Is it a cage that rolls? Is that how he
had
does?
him on his shoulder in the picture I saw. A little monkey. I mean, it was just a picture.
Or just a regular briefcase, and you just open it up, monkeys in there.
You know, this all took place in a far-off Midwest city called Indianapolis. You know that?
Huh.
Yeah. Jim Jones, boy, he had a way with words, didn't he?
Boy.
Charismatic.
And as we were saying yesterday, that because they talk about drinking the Kool-Aid, but in fact, it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was an off-brand, and yet Kool-Aid gets stuck with that.
Yeah.
I think in this room, Dad, you're the person that wants to be a cult leader the most. But, Josh, I think you'd make the best cult leader in practice.
Little do you know that you are already a part of my cult.
Oh.
That's how good I am.
Do we have a name or anything yet?
Can't disclose any of that quite yet.
Okay.
The starships have yet to enter.
Does this mean that I get
sector.
to have sex with you?
It means you will have to.
Yes, the code word is pizza lube.
Josh, what about me?
You will continue to. That's right. The brainwashing has already begun.
At last, my life has meaning.
Can I at least go first?
Yeah, there's a couple new books about out there, speaking of cults, about David Koresh and the whole Waco thing. Boy, that is something. Yikes. But we are not going to talk cults.
People just want to live freely, don't they?
Well,
don't need the government
rather
stepping in.
stupid law enforcement stuff, because Koresh was out jogging every day. They could have just grabbed him.
You've always said that. I don't know if that's true.
He even said it.
I don't know.
Well, let's move on. Don't let the facts speak. Okay.
I'll bet you $1,000.
No, 50,000. That little car you've got, you put that in the line. I'll put mine in this.
You put your big car on the line.
Oh, actually, you know what? If you guys are going to bet on that, we do have a duel that's been proposed by a listener.
A duel?
That's right.
So
I propose...
Slap somebody with a glove?
A duel. Chick with slide whistle and or fart machine versus Tom with sugar packs and hello there, Houston, etc.
Man.
Who snaps first, Greg wants to know.
Oh, no.
You know who snaps first? The rest of us.
Yeah.
The audience.
Me.
Thank you.
There we go.
Two men go into the ring. We all lose.
That's not hello there.
We are all losing.
Hello there.
There we go.
Did the hello there get chick?
Hello there.
Oh, thank you very much.
I give up.
Oh.
Tom wins.
Thank you very much.
Wolfman Jack with the TKO.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah?
We had a news story yesterday. You thought you might have a song for. And is this the one? Will you tell me which one it is? I don't know the story.
Well, Kristi was doing the thing about the porn star that broke his member.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it's a Australian porn star who, in the middle of filming, apparently, his name is Liam Ellis.
Liam.
My peen's broke.
Yeah.
He broke his male member.
Turned completely black.
And
does that mean it get longer?
No.
My syntax was weird there.
It does get.
But it's referred to as a broken penis.
Penile fracture.
And I was wondering if he makes people sign his cast. But you have a song about it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, porn star was riding on top. They've been filming for what seems like days. And when the dude finally stopped, his penis was darker than flame. He broke it. Yeah, the dude, he broke it. Fractured penis, it's on fire, no sex for hire. Oh, fractured penis, it's on fire, he might retire.
Wow. It's a legit story out there.
Pat, with those chords, at first I thought you were doing "You're No Good," and I thought
Same chords, yeah.
I thought it was going to be "No More Wood." I got very excited.
That would have worked too.
Oh, very nice. Thank you very much. We have to check in with the sports page with Chick McGee. Chick?
Let's see. NFL news. Linebacker Bobby Wagner is walking away from the Rams after just one season.
What's that, football?
Yeah, it's the NFL. Linebacker,
Good job, Josh.
hence linebacker. Eric Bieniemy, who coaches football. He was also a football player.
Okay. Thank you for the info. Not everybody knows these.
He was introduced as the offensive coordinator by the Washington Commanders yesterday, soon to be head coach, but you didn't hear that from me.
Oh.
And Sean Payton has hired ex-Broncos head coach, this will be awkward, Vance Joseph, as his defensive coordinator. Once again, this is the NFL. I can't do this. I don't think my listeners are as stupid as you are and you think they are. I can't qualify.
Fine.
Everything. I can't.
Most of us will just be lost.
Okay. Eric Bieniemy at the gates. He brushed off questions about not getting a head coach job. Boy, that was met with not even indifference.
It was only because I had a mouthful of tea. Otherwise, I would have giggled.
Enemy at the Gates. It's a movie.
I've never seen
What
it.
about Bieniemy Mine?
It doesn't have Greta, what's her name from The Bird? What is it?
Greta Gerwig?
The Muted Heart, directed by Greta Gerwig. I don't know what movie that is.
So, Mr. Bieniemy.
Yes.
What is he doing?
He's offensive coordinator for the Commanders, or whatever you want to call him. And from...
Did you ever leave your dog in your car and you get locked in, Kristi, and the dog's in there?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Talked about it.
You know, the worst thing is
what?
When the dog sets your preset radio stations and you get back in the car.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Gets the seat thing all backed up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking obscure football stuff. What was it again?
I know.
And the dog likes country, so he turns. Never mind. Live Golf embarks on its second season with more emphasis on the team concept. This is professional golf. In the place in
where
Mexico,
they take the clubs and they hit that little ball around.
In Mexico, in a place called Playa del Carmen, which means Carmen only does hand stuff. A new face, Dustin Johnson, is coming off a big year, a Saudi-funded rival league. He just amassed over $35.6 million.
A new face, or as they call him in Saudi, a fresh head.
And the big
now, how many of the journalists that cover this get executed and stuffed into a suitcase?
I knew better than to even start this. And guess what? He's out. He's okay. Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers from the NFL has reportedly emerged from his darkness retreat. Scotty Berman, who owns, write this down, Sky Cave Retreats in Oregon, said Rodgers left the facility on Wednesday. Berman said the room in which Rodgers spent his time is partially underground.
And smelled terrible.
Listen closely. Partially underground, a Hobbit-like structure, they say, 300 square feet of space, no natural light. However, fully powered so that you can turn the lights on from the inside of the room.
What?
I mean, come on. This is like eating salad when you're only supposed to eat pizza.
He's right.
What a bunch of
You have a song.
Goodbye, darkness, Aaron's friend. Another season over again. And decisions need to be made soon. By next week, not the middle of June. But perhaps the ayahuasca that was tripping out Rodgers' brain still remains within the whispers of him going to the Jets or Raiders.
The room featured a queen bed, a bathroom, and a meditation-like mat on the floor. Berman checks on his guests once a day.
Hey, you okay? Huh?
It's more of a, you all right in there? All right.
Still living?
He delivers a day's worth of meals through a two-way wooden door.
There, choke on this.
This place has like a 2-year waiting list.
Yeah, I looked it up online when we talked about it the first time. It's pretty amazing.
Before entering the retreat, Rodgers said he's hoping to have a better sense of where I'm at in my life. But he's not going to the retreat just to figure out whether he'll play in the 23
I mean, couldn't you pretty much
season.
do the same thing if you...
Have a basement?
Yes, down in your basement, sat in the toilet, turned your phone off, don't pay your electric bill.
I think this is, Oskay nailed this on the head. This is rich people paying to be poor for a week.
Yeah.
They're asking for solitary confinement, essentially. They want no human contact and their food through a tray. It's just, you get so rich, turn into a weirdo.
I'm guessing a lot of white dudes.
Yeah, like tech weirdos, I think, would be out there.
A ton, yeah. I mean, there's a reason it's in Oregon.
Yeah, okay.
This is the kind of thing you go there, and then when you come out, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take all the vowels out of my company's name. This will be huge.
A darkness retreat sounds like something the Empire rewards their stormtroopers
Isn't
with.
it just a long way around to be grateful? I mean, aren't you just... I'm even grateful for you clowns.
So the point of your song is he's going to become a jet?
That's the rumor. Jets or Raiders, right, guys?
You're looking at me like I know. I
mean, if he becomes a jet, talk about a media circus.
Well, no.
Yeah, well, when you're a jet, you're
He's
a jet
either
all the way.
going to become a jet, and as well, we all know, when you're a jet...
You're a jet all the way.
From your first cigarette to your last dying day.
Was that West Side Story?
It could be a shark. It's a movie.
Womb to tomb.
Yeah, we're going to do this all morning long. We're going to explain everything we're saying.
I will end it right now.
More sports coming up, including Ochocinco lived in a swell place when he first got into the NFL, and a Mississippi State pitcher making headlines.
Mississippi State.
What, did he sleep on a corduroy
Leslie
pillow?
West?
You know that one, Pat?
Yeah, I
Isn't that
love
Mississippi
that song.
Queen?
Leslie
Yeah, I love
West.
that song.
Chick, did he sleep on a corduroy pillow?
Well, that's why it's making headlines.
Very good.
Sorry, I was busy over
Very
here.
good.
I think
It deserved something. I was
this is
over
a
here.
new record for me wanting to go home and be totally secure in my compound with my SimpliSafe home security system. It's designed with cutting-edge security technology, Tom. Actually, you can go online and design it yourself. Then when it arrives, you install it yourself. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. SimpliSafe's professional monitoring agents, they're there. They use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you can get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring service under $1 a day. They're under $1. Less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system right there from your smartphone. And CNATE, that's right. Well, they've decided to go with CNET. Just named SimpliSafe their editor's choice pick. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to SimpliSafeTom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's SimpliSafeTom.com. Remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
All right. And coming up, we've got something about what? Mississippi State?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
The best comedian, Tim Allen, is here.
He goes, oftentimes, you hear this a lot. Yeah, oftentimes the technology they learn here at the race is translated into your family car. And I went, yeah, right. This year, the Chevy's offered the Indy Celebrity, a 900 horsepower celebrity wagon. So I'm like, gosh, George, this thing's really got some pickup, doesn't it? I got to the kids to school in about 6 seconds. We're having lapping practice next week with all the other girls' PTA. She's running the Offie. I'm doing the Buick. And Betty's got the Chevy High-Tech. I pulled the trailer right out from under the boat, George. This baby's got some guts to it. Love Sears. Do you? It's a Craftsman tool department makes my nipples rock hard. She always figured we should grunt like pigs. The little primates you are. Don't speak to your mother. You grunt like the pigs you are. Ever try to take a steak away from your husband? Here, honey. Ever try to grab meat from a man while we're just like dogs? I like going through the house rewiring stuff. That's my favorite thing. One of those big tool belts. Yeah. 2 cordless Makita drills hanging low. Yeah. But you gotta know how to wear it, otherwise your butt crack shows. You ever notice that? Hey, what is that, a pencil holder over there, Bob? I'm gonna hike that up. I got some spackle. I'll figure out that butt crack. I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob. I got kids eating food in this kitchen. Get out of here. Go to Miner Me a Dovetail out there or something, Bob. I just cruise around my house like Bob Vila, with a bad headache. Just looking for stuff. I noticed Grandma's Easy Lift chair isn't moving quite as quick as I'd like it to. So I popped down the hardware store, pick up a compressor, some hose, some coax cable. I wire that sucker up. I forget Grandma lost some weight in the years I look at it. Got the 140 pounds a little too high, isn't it, Grandma? Shot that bitch halfway across the kitchen there. Doilies following her. Sorry, Grandma. I'll dial that baby down as soon as I rewire Grandpa's hearing aid. I got a preamp on that son of a bitch.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God. Now that's manly.
Presiding over a symbolic condom roast in his Catholic church's parking lot in Waterbury,
condom roast.
Connecticut. Yes,
I love those.
The Reverend Joseph Looney
Mesquite
protested when
condom roast. Very tasty.
I'd like that blackened, please. It makes it look bigger.
And they look so good at a shish kebab, too. A little pepper, a little bell pepper, condom, tomato.
What's the name of this reverend?
Oh, Reverend Joseph Looney. I'm not kidding.
Unbelievable. I'm Casey Kasem, and here's American Top 40. Is it just my imagination, or is my head just a bit too big for my body? And here's my wife, Karima Kasem. Show him the Top 40s, honey.
Turns to sold.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's bologna in our
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Coming this Thursday on ABC. He's the luckiest guy alive. It's Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates.
What's wrong, Cindy? It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it.
Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray.
Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold. Hello.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Coming up, the great comedian Dusty Slay will be joining us in the studio. I'm a big fan, and I'm certainly looking forward to seeing Dusty here with us this morning. Speaking of great comedy, the Ace Cosby joke of the day is on the way.
Yes.
Well, that's being greeted with stunned silence.
It's called anticipation.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much. We now return to the sports page with Mr. Chick McGee.
From Mississippi State University. singing. I don't know what you mean. What the hell?
Already?
A Mississippi State pitcher's going viral, not just because he's a pretty swell pitcher. Urolangelo Sagente, a freshman out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, started for the Mississippi State Bulldogs in Wednesday's game against the University of Louisiana Monroe. This is baseball. When he struck out 7 batters in 4 scoreless innings with both arms.
Wow.
Urolangelo Sagente struck out one guy with his right arm at 96 miles an hour and another with his left arm at 92 miles an hour. And yes, it's legal. The game counted, and it continued. I can't quote you the rule, but go ahead, Tom. I'm sure you have a question.
I have a very simple question.
I bet we have the same question.
I bet he has.
Is he allowed to have 2 gloves on the mound?
I don't think he can have them on the mound because they would get in the way of play. Just use your common sense.
So you can't switch up. You can't switch while the guy is at bat.
I believe the rule is you can't switch arms during you have to pick an arm for each batter. You can't switch during the same appearance, plate appearance.
That is amazing.
Has anybody done that before?
Well, I think there's one
We'll
old
go to
guy.
our baseball expert, Josh. Josh, has anyone ever done this before?
Unsure.
Wasn't there 6-arm Hansen or something? Some guy that.
Well, no, they didn't sign an octopus. What are you talking about?
You're allowed to have 6 arms.
That is just amazing.
Why do the old baseball players always have weird names? It's always like Lefty Two Shoes or the bass dancer. You know what I'm talking about?
Bass dancer.
I think that was a horse. I imagine it was probably to get publicity, so that they'd have something to talk about, make it more interesting. Whitey Johnson, that's because all the players were required.
Oftentimes they had gray hair. That would be the reason there.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it was the fact that they were restricting access to the game.
Then everybody would have been called Whitey.
St. Louis Cardinals fan, and I would imagine a member of the Whitey Herzog fan club. It's Josh Arnold. And he did have gray hair. Yeah.
King of the small ball?
That's him.
The rat? The white rat?
The white rat. He liked to punt and run, Tom.
No. What's the name of the ball player that I got the baseball card of you on his card?
Pickles Dillhofer?
Pickles Dillhofer.
Yeah.
You ever see that?
No, never.
Yeah, Pickles Dillhofer.
Great name.
Was he a real ball player?
Yeah. And I had it altered, so it's Josh Arnold in the Pickles Dillhofer baseball card. Oh, it's the best.
But he does look like Pickles Dillhofer. He looks. That's your name. We should start calling you Pickles. It never really stuck, though, did it? No.
It didn't. Pickleback. I mean, sports players today all have that. So doesn't every? Ooh. I've been having a stroke all morning. You're
kind of dying right now.
Here's Pickles Dillhofer here. Yeah.
Tell me that ain't Josh Arnold.
Well, it's my face.
I had that altered.
There is.
Wow, that is uncanny.
I see a resemblance.
Yes. Every basketball star has a nickname, right?
There's not as fun, though. It's just like, your name is D'Angelo, so it's D-Lo. I just liked it when it was just like weird kind of fun things.
Oh, you have some personality trait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Farrell, he used to be Yogi. They called him Yogi. That's kind of a fun one. I like a fun one like that.
Yes.
Here's a list of some of the cool baseball nicknames that are out there. Pickles Dillhofer, certainly a classic.
My favorite is Mordecai Three Finger Brown or something like that.
Yeah,
Mordecai, what a name.
This guy throws. I'm sorry. The story that we're talking about right now. This guy throws.
Urangelo, and I don't know if that's pronounced right. Urangelo Sagente struck out one guy with his right arm at 96. He pitches most often with his right, but he struck out another guy at his left arm at 92.
So I re-asked my question then. Can he switch mitts between batters somehow?
Yeah, I would imagine a pitching coach would bring it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's not a problem.
He can't clip an extra mitt to his belt.
No.
Yeah, you know why?
Or wear it on his head like I used to in the outfield of Little League.
You want him to have a sash. You want him to have a sash like the harmonica player in Blues Traveler, don't you? You want him to be out there with a sash full of mitts.
Arnold, get that glove off your head. Why? I ain't catching nothing.
Here's a great nickname, the Big Unit.
Oh, right.
Oh, sure, yeah.
One would hope he got that in the locker room, in the shower.
Babe Ruth is a nickname.
Sure. The
What's
Big
his real
Hurt,
name?
Frank Thomas.
George Herman.
Oh.
George Herman? That's so uncool.
That's
not
Babe
a cool
Ruth's
name.
real name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
George Herman, Babe Ruth.
How do you get Babe Ruth?
George Herman Ruth.
Well, Ruth is his last name.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that. You just said George Herman.
No,
thought that was
I
his
just said
name.
George, but I expected you to do a little bit of the work.
Participate a little bit in the
I'm real
conversation.
dumb. You got to give me a lot of info.
Okay, fair enough.
The more, the better.
Okay, here's a good one for you, Willie. Oil Can Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dennis Oil Can Boyd.
That's a good
pitch for the Red Sox, I think.
Yeah, that's very nice. The Secretary of Defense, Gary Maddox. Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. The Say Hey Kid is probably the most famous.
Ernie Banks thing, I interviewed him one time, and it was excruciating.
Oh, it was?
He would not answer a question in a, like, yes or no. I'd say, Ernie, they call you Mr. Cub. When did you start getting that nickname or something stupid like that? And he goes, well, let me see this right here. What is this? He holds up a baseball. I go, it's a baseball. Well, you know, the whole interview was like that. He kept asking me questions.
Oh, good.
I don't like Ernie Banks, okay? There. You can take Ernie Banks and Johnny Rivers and
I love Johnny Rivers.
David
I love Johnny
Crosby and line them up to kiss my
It's going to be kind of hard to do that.
I'm a Cardinals fan, and I like Ernie Banks.
No, it's not possible.
It's possible.
What's coming up? We have
he never won anything.
on the news desk, Kristi Lee. What's coming up, please?
What's coming up? Well,
What did I do?
What do you mean? What did you do?
Do you have anything interesting coming up in sports?
I got J.J. Watt in the NFL. They're going at it. I got Ochocinco living in a very unique
What's the NFL upset about J.J. Watt for? Is he too charitable? Doing too much good work out there in the world?
Well, this does make the NFL look foolish, so you're going to like this story.
Oh,
Coming up, we have in the news
We have a Disney hack that's pretty cool. We have
a rectal massage.
Yes.
In the news, in a legitimate medical way.
Can you be in any position when they give you the rectal massage?
Well, you can't be on your back.
I would imagine you have to lay on your side or something. You can't, like a Thanksgiving turkey, lay on your back, can you?
Well, then you'd have to have the medical professional underneath you. If there was a hole in the table, I don't know. It would be like a horizontal glory hole.
Wait a minute, where's
They
your
have tables.
Does that sound like the name of a band? Have you seen Horizontal Glory Hole? Oh, they got an 8-piece horn section.
I don't know where your hole is, but I was a skull in my back.
So you've got your feet all high up.
It's right there.
That is how you do
I'm
it.
glad this is radio. Chicks posed for a gyno exam. When we come back, we'll try to get the show back on track.
Your back, it's in a hole in the table. No.
You done? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
This is Todd Barry. Once again, Todd has just established that he's not into astrology, but he's very proud.
And now I'm going to read an offbeat news item.
I can back that up. My numerologist told me that astrology is a bunch of crap.
How many times did she tell you?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is a woman fried 8 goldfish amid fight with axe. This is in Pasadena, Texas. Authorities say a Houston area woman who was burned up at her former common-law husband fried their pet goldfish and ate some of them.
In front of
what? Pasadena police say it's a civil matter and no charges will be filed. The 7 goldfish were purchased together by the couple during happier times.
Now, this sounds like it's from The Onion.
I know.
I remember when we bought the goldfish, how much in love we were.
Police spokesman Vance Mitchell says the man reported on Saturday that the woman took the goldfish from his apartment. Mitchell says the two argued earlier about some jewelry the man had given her but took back. She wanted the jewelry returned. So natural go-to response is to eat goldfish.
Of course.
Officers who were dispatched to the woman's home arrived to find 4 fried goldfish on a plate. The woman said she already ate the other 3.
Show him.
I mean, you do eat other kind of fish. So
Yeah, I
mean,
guess. But jeez.
Stay away from her.
I
Wow.
give
That's
kind of basic instinct. What was
Seven
that?
goldfish.
Oh, the bunny
Fatal
rabbit.
Attraction.
Fatal
Yeah.
Attraction.
Bunny.
Bunny rabbit.
Bunny.
Glad they didn't buy a dog.
They bought the goldfish
Together.
During happier times.
Oh, yes.
7 goldfish.
When did they buy the deep fryer?
Next summer at the state fair.
Two men's team in the country, a favorite to win the national championship. The school also intense scrutiny over 3 players' alleged involvement in the deadly shooting of Jamia Harris near campus early on January 15th. One-time reserve forward Darius Miles and another man charged with capital murder. Winners last night in top 25 college basketball, number 4 UCLA, number 12 Gonzaga, number 15 St. Mary's all win, and Illinois upset number 21 Northwestern 66-62. In the NBA, Denver, Orlando, Toronto, Philadelphia, Sacramento, Dallas, and the Lakers all win in regulation, and Boston and Utah win in overtime. And in the NHL, Minnesota, Edmonton, Anaheim, Detroit, Boston, and Nashville all win in regulation. New Jersey, Buffalo, Vancouver, and Vegas win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights. Did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I could use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
They don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, the little coloring. We added some carbonation, but...
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout. Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick.
Thirspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
Can I borrow your shorts for later?
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
But it's strange living back in America, you know. I mean, America's like a foreign country to me in a lot of ways.
Why?
I don't know. Things are weird. Like, I have friends that don't eat bread anymore. Everybody's on a low-carb diet.
Well.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Like every time you get on a plane, they talk about the flotation seat. Like if you go down, if you crash in the ocean, then this seat will float. 2 planes out of 100 go overseas. 98 out of 100 stay right here. So if you want to make me happy, you show me a seat that's going to bounce out of a cornfield. That's what I want. This is what they got everything just confused.
Let's talk to our guest, Tom Foss. Tom, tell us about your life. You married, single? What's going on?
Married, very happily married. I got a friend going through a midlife crisis. You know anyone like that?
Oh, yeah.
And he's asking me what he should do.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep telling him cheating is like growing pot.
Like growing pot?
You can do it and get away with it, but you can't ever, ever tell anyone. Ever. Anybody.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh,
Information.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby's here.
Howdy.
Getting ready for the 30 days, that's September, April, 31-day pizza challenge. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Ace is going to eat nothing but pizza, breakfast, lunch, and dinner through the month of March. This is his idea, by the way. We're
getting tons of email.
And we're getting emails suggesting various types of pizza.
And I think we're all going to benefit. They're sending us, a bunch of people are sending pizzas. So
okay, but we're looking forward to it. We'll get some details organized on that. In the meantime, to answer the question that I asked about the baseball player from Mississippi State who...
I don't know if they have enough money in the program to accommodate the pitcher who pitches with both arms equally well, 96 with one arm, 92 with another arm.
That's just amazing to me.
But evidently...
I asked, does he have two separate gloves? And the answer is
no, he has one glove, and it's specially for ambidextrous pitchers.
Man.
It's called the six-finger glove. And we have a Rawlings glove expert in the studio. Here's Josh Arnold.
Yes, I've only seen and messed around with one of these once, and it's essentially, it looks kind of like a regular glove, but there's a larger finger in the basket area. It doesn't look like something you can necessarily wear on both hands, but you can.
So the most extreme end of the glove is always thumb friendly.
Yes.
So the thumb will fit in either. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
That's cool.
Wasn't there a Los Angeles Dodger?
I'd completely forgotten about the six-finger glove until we got those.
It sounds like a sex move.
The six-finger glove?
Yeah, I tell you what, Marty came over. We gave her the six-finger glove. She won't walk right for a week.
Yikes.
there it is.
Yeah.
Coming up on that note.
There was a Los Angeles Dodger who, to improve his batting average, would use a very special emollient, if you will, to massage his glove, his baseball glove.
His own
and he
emollient?
He said it would help his fielding, and it also helped his batting average.
Was the emollient emerging from his
body?
Genital area?
Yep.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Man.
Yeah.
How would it improve his batting?
It's got to be a mental thing.
Yeah, you got to, you got the yips. You got the yips at the plate.
I mean,
Drop a load in your glove. That'll help.
Yeah, but again, how does it improve his batting? Did he...
Again, just the mental thing. He's relaxed.
It doesn't improve his fielding either. How does it work there? But the glove would be sticky? Is that your next...
No, never mind.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
It doesn't?
Well, just like the opposite. Sometimes they say boxers would abstain before a fight so that they're pent up. This would keep you ideally relaxed at the base.
Do you ever think anyone's done that during a rain delay? If they get a little bit of time and they got to go back into the clubhouse, you think anybody has to, work on their mental, get it out of there?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
I hope they have stalls.
Well,
they may have a masturbatorium somewhere.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Let me tell you, a ball club, a good ball club is together. They get along. Even during those times.
No.
You need a hand, that kind of thing.
They give each other encouragement.
What else do we have in sports?
Didn't Reggie Miller always wear 2 cents under one of his 2 pennies under his wristband?
He had a lot of those
for games because somebody told him he's not worth 2 cents one time or something like that. It really irked him. So that's pretty good.
Could be.
Dear folks, dear cast and crew. Well, that's nice. My lab figured out how to push the button on the power window in the back seat so he could stick his head out the window. He figured it out on 3 different generations of Suburbans.
Hilarious.
He would use his nose and or foot at times. I had to use the child window lock at the driver's seat all the time to keep his head in the car.
Oh, hilarious.
That's adorable.
And again, there's a law in Florida designed to keep dogs' heads in the car.
Well, they're trying to pass that. We'll see if that.
And there are lots of incidents of dogs jumping out of moving vehicles. So it's
only with women who are talking too much.
Yeah, I know. I had that happen.
If your dog loves doing that, be careful.
That's why you don't open the windows anymore.
They make doggy seatbelts, right?
Yeah, they do. They make doggy little beds you can sit them in.
They make little hammocks like to put in your back seat. Your dog can lay up in that.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, right?
So the other night, I've got the 2 dogs out.
Yeah.
Right? And check local listings. It's freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get something to do something. So finally, the one dog gets in the famous crouch position.
Yeah,
It's just about to start. I've been out for 20 minutes trying to get him to go. He's just about to start. The other dog walks over and says something to him, and he stops.
Says something.
I don't know. He just walks over. The next thing I know, we're back. And what?
That's hilarious.
Like what? I've been trying to get.
Was it the older dog? Or the dog
I was trying to get
longer?
Mr. Fletcher, the puppy, to go, and he finally get in the crouch position, and then Maisie comes up, and I don't know what Maisie said to him, whispered something, and
we're all watching you do that.
Hey, look, Fletcher, Dad likes it when you go outside. He really yells and stuff if you go in the house. Let's go outside.
This was outside. In any event, let's get back to
I had this
sports.
yesterday, walking the dog right in the middle of the road. She just went.
They like it.
I've never had that before.
The walking stirs up their bowels somewhere.
Yeah, but you at least go to the side of the road. She was right in the middle of the street.
Pets are cute. We could do this all day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's gravy poop? Oh, in a litter box. It's not very
How about this, Kristi? You carry
something? I hate gravy. How about that?
you carry the poop bags.
Yes.
So last night I'm out there.
Oh, we can talk about
take the bag. And you put your hand in the bag so you can do the reverse.
That's what I do.
Put your hand in the bag and your hand goes through the end of it.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay.
That's why I carry 4.
Now we got a party. I'll be back for that in a few minutes, neighbor.
Yeah, you ever walking around and you got the bag of poop and somebody, hey, how you been? And you're
like
standing with
the
bag of
I
poop.
hate it.
Here, hold this. It's ticking. Could we?
Let me ask you
Life
this.
is funny, isn't it?
Let me ask you this, Josh. Do you ever wake up in the morning and Gravy's laying right there on your pillow with you?
Yeah.
You know.
But we should put Gravy is his cat.
Yeah.
Josh, got a bowl of gravy on the pillow would be something we've been experiencing for decades.
You can call him. You can call him a cool cat, but he's actually a Filipino boy. And anyway, you know what the cat's trying to do? Seal your breath while you're sleeping.
I am well aware of that, and I tell her every night, "Hey, don't steal so much breath that I pass away."
Yeah,
you can't keep.
We have a contract.
A cat around babies, he'll steal their breath.
Next,
JJ Watt.
Cats are adorable.
JJ Watt recently announced his retirement from the NFL. We all know that. But did he get a text from the NFL yesterday regarding a drug test? Yes, he did, and he shared the message on social media. The message that Watt shared, quote, this is Dylan on behalf of the NFL. You've been selected for a blood spot test. Please give me a call or shoot me a text when you can provide the specimen. Thank you. J.J. Watt printed out on his Instagram. I don't know what happens when you click report junk, but I think I'm about to find out. Watt clearly surprised to get a text considering his recent announcement. So evidently, the NFL doesn't know that he's retired. That's weird, huh?
You think they'd know that?
Well, they got a lot to do. This guy's got to drug test hundreds of people. He doesn't necessarily keep track of everything.
He needs to keep his mouth shut. Maybe those checks will keep showing up.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. It's like when the old lady dies and the guy keeps cashing the checks.
That's right.
Okay. Good to know.
And now, 20 years in the future, we switch to Ace's house where he's preheating the oven. He's wearing reader glasses, of course, so he can see the oven. It's 20 years in the future, Tom.
I bet it won't be a gas oven. Those will be illegal.
Oh, those are gas ovens are the devil's plaything. Ace saunters his way to the basement door, walks down a dimly lit stairwell, enters a code on the wall-mounted keypad. An airlock lets go to a door. Opens it to reveal an entire basement walk-in deep freezer full of pizzas that Tom bought him, made possible by Tom's credit card. Love you guys. Love the show.
That was the sound effects.
Yeah.
That's great.
Once again, Ace is going to be eating nothing but pizza in the month of March. And a variety of pizzas, a different pizza every meal. So,
can you eat a whole pizza in one setting?
Not anymore. I used to.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat all of them. I think we don't want you to explode.
I don't think you get to cook.
Pizza will be wasted.
I don't think, you don't get to cook another one until you finish that one.
Well, no, I mean, I'll have a certain kind in the morning and then a certain kind.
And then you can take the excess pizza and freeze it for the month of May, should you live.
And you're probably asking yourself, Josh is normally the butt of these type jokes. Why isn't Josh participating in Pizza Month? Josh?
I like having 2 feet. Go ahead and stick with those.
Okay, right now.
More sports coming up.
If you were listening to that great joke with Raycon earbuds, it would have been just that much better because Raycon earbuds are the best. They're about half the price, but they're twice as good. Tell me more, chick.
Half the price and twice as good. Raycon premium audio in your ears at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank. Are you looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, low latency gaming headphones, or maybe a speaker with a battery that lasts all night at your next party? Raycon's got you covered. Raycons start about half the price of other premium audio brands. And even if you know you love your Raycons, of course, this is the world. We know how it works. Raycon does have an easy and free, easy peasy return guarantee. And we haven't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness mode. Raycon earbuds have them all, and the gel tips that fit every ear ever made. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact on your life, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. Get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, we're going to be joined by comedian Dusty Slay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
Hey, Dusty Slay is going to be joining us later this morning. He's a great comedian. You'll find out for yourself. That's going to be in the 8 o'clock hour Eastern. Also, coming up, Jeff Oskay will be here to remind us about the news we failed to mention on a Friday. Plus, Chick McGee wrapping up sports and Kristi Lee at the news desk. And my gosh, Josh Arnold sitting at the sidekick chair. We're skating at full force. Pat Godwin in the performance room as well with his guitar. And Pat Godwin out on the road this weekend at the Big Brothers Big Sisters fundraiser in Lancaster, Ohio, coming up on Saturday, the 25th. Greg Warren at the Lincoln, laughs at the Lincoln, Belleville, Illinois. That's coming up Saturday night, February 25th. And, of course, don't forget to mark your calendars for the Friends of the Bob and Tom Show Comedy Tour for 2023, March 31st, the Dow Event Center in Saginaw, Michigan. 3 folks on stage, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, and Kostaki Economopoulos. That'll be a great show coming up at the end of March in Saginaw, Michigan. Get your tickets now. Friends of the Bob and Tom Show, again, at the Dow Event Center on Friday, March 31st. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Alec Baldwin has pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of a cinematographer on that movie set near Santa Fe, New Mexico back in 2021. Court documents indicate Baldwin has waived his right to a hearing, which was set for today. A judge has told Baldwin he is allowed limited contact with potential witnesses as filming resumes on the movie Rust. He's also forbidden from consuming alcohol or possessing weapons. To mark the 1-year anniversary today of war beginning in Ukraine, Brad Paisley has released a song that features his actual conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Paisley says the point of the song, Same Here, is that people can be in different places, have a different flag and different language, but we have so many similarities. And Eugene Levy has a new show out that I can't wait to see. He didn't want to go on safari in Africa. You know why? He's seen it on TV. Such a chick statement. But Levy is the host of The Reluctant Traveler, and the approach is really interesting. He doesn't like traveling, so they force him into situations he doesn't really want to be in, like you and ice fishing in the Arctic, something he says he'll never do again. The Reluctant Traveler is available today on Apple TV+. That sounds very interesting. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. Oh, no. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on. repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks. I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Masturbation.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat. And they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace. Both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores. Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail. Move so much you never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16, and it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 20.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold. Willie looks like he could be an extra on the set of the TV show MASH.
Yeah?
Yeah. All army green today.
Army green, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even really going for that, but I guess.
That's a good color. I like that color.
Thank you, man. My sister got me the shirt. It's my favorite shirt.
I like it.
Now let's move forward here with Chick McGee Sports. Inching along
eating?
today.
What's that?
Are you eating flowers for breakfast?
Yes, it's a new diet.
It smells like
It's deer. Oh, you never see a fat deer.
No, you don't.
So I thought, well, no, I'm sorry. It's an oatmeal, but it's strawberry and almond.
Oh, okay.
It's
very fruity.
Smells,
I apologize. Should I?
perfumey. No, it's fine.
No, it smells good. It's just
It does smell like potpourri. It's nice.
Yeah.
I do like the deer diet. I'm on a new bucking diet. It's fun.
You hear about those deer nuts?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
They're under $1.
$1.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Well, hello,
Donnie, how are you?
I'm not good. I feel like I've been kicked in the deer nuts. It's that time of year again.
What do you mean?
You know, Kristi, I'm sure you've heard it too, Woofy bugging me off 24/7, take him somewhere for spring break already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Man, I hate traveling. It's expensive, man. He acts like I'm oil can Boyd or something. I swear to God, like I'm dripping with money regular. Woofy said he wanted me to take him on a Disney cruise.
Ooh.
I bet he does, but that ain't happening. Hell, we can't even afford the Disney Channel.
That's right. I'm not paying for that.
Oh, guess what his second choice was, Kristi?
What?
Dolly World.
Oh.
Oh, Dollywood?
Well, you know what? My mom Phyllis is egging him on about it, saying, if Dolly designed it, the heels on them coasters must be enormous. But I'll say it like this. Personally, I hate amusement parks.
Really?
I don't care if the teacups are double Ds. Because I don't get sick on the rides. I'll never get sick on the rides, but I get real sick of the long lines and the high prices.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And the fact remains, I once seen Todd Boner ride the tilt-a-whirl and then hurl $32 worth of undercooked funnel cake onto a youth minister.
I hate
I swear to God, changed the part in his hair. He was trying to clean it up with that free map they hand you when you walk in. But I guess it could be fun. You know, we'll get a couple of I'm with stupid T-shirts, get them airbrushed, custom made, pick up a couple Dolly Parton sippy cups. There's a lot of good money in souvenirs. Hell, that's like crypto at Pigeon Forge. But I better run. Whippy's got the neighbor girl's Barbie doll in the air fryer. No, that doesn't make her a hot chick. Trust me, if that worked, we get the tanning bed fixed. Bottom time on our go.
Bye, Donnie.
Donnie Baker, by the way, is for a guy that hates to travel, he's a traveling man this weekend. Donnie's going to be at the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa. And then tomorrow night, he'll be at the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois. One event. Only.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
One at a time. That's all
one per day. That's it.
Yeah, so relax, you guys. It's just the one. Take it easy.
Once again tonight, it's the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa. That'll be cool. And good to see Donnie back up and running and back on the road.
You want more than one? You go to 2 events down the street. We're sick of this.
Have you heard about the new Eugene Levy's show called The Reluctant Traveler? Speaking of traveling. Yeah, it premieres on Apple TV Plus, I think, tonight. And they make him go to places and do things he didn't really want to do, like go on safari and go to the Arctic to go ice fishing.
I find him hilarious.
So do I.
He's so talented.
I can't wait to see the show. I think it will be really an interesting watch.
Yeah, I can't define why he's so funny, and his son is similarly hilarious, but in an indefinable way.
Incredible, likable, both of them.
I'll check that out. Thank you.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus.
Now we have Chick McGee at the sports desk. We've all been talking about this Mississippi State pitcher all morning off the air too, trying to figure out this guy can throw lefty and righty as a pitcher, and he can throw it
equally
90 plus miles an hour with both arms.
So knowing nothing about baseball, I assume that's a really incredible thing.
I mean, is there a genetic aspect of being ambidextrous? And obviously, you'd have to cultivate both arms, but that just seems just amazing to me.
I don't know. I think most people who are right or left-handed, they can't imagine using the other appendage for anything.
Wasn't there a president who could write in Greek with his left and his right hand simultaneously?
No kidding.
James Garfield.
Was it James Abram Garfield?
Wow, okay. Correct.
Well, thank you. That's the voice of God. That's a talent that I guess doesn't really help you much in life, but
no, that's a good party trick, though.
Yeah. Well.
There's a pitcher for the looks like Oakland A's. His name is Pat Venditti, Venditta. He's a member of a committee, Tom. Did you know?
The little
Venditti. The Itty Bitty Ditty Committee?
Itty Bitty Venditti Committee. Mizuno makes gloves. Sorry, Josh. He makes his gloves. They're 6-fingered baseball gloves. Yeah. They've made his gloves since he was 7 years old.
Cool.
He throws with both his left and his right. I've never heard of such a thing. He's made his major league debut. Oh, this is back in 2015. So.
See, this sounds like double the practice to me.
I'm out here longer than the other guys.
Are you just so good at throwing with your right arm that you get bored one day and you're like, well, I'll just try to figure this out?
No, I think they saw this at him at a young age, and they went, we'll go ahead and, like Tom said, cultivate both sides here.
Here's me throwing with my left arm. Ready?
Yes.
But I bet one side did need more practice than the other. So
It's nuts, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to
I wonder if he writes when he sits down to write stuff, if it's righty or lefty.
It's righty, but it's constantly misspelled. I mean, just everything. The guy can. Yeah.
I wonder what hand he jacks with. Can we have him? Can we interview him about that?
What hand he jacks with.
And puts the
Once again, going down vulgar road.
Well, everybody was thinking it. I just have the guts to ask.
I wasn't thinking
Are we all righties? Is there anybody that's a switch hitter in here?
I'm a lefty.
He is.
When it comes to that, but I'm a right-handed man.
See, exactly. Yeah, you're a switch hitter.
Because I broke my right wrist during the formative years, that junior high school time. And so I switched to a left, and I never went back.
So not even a broken bone would stop you.
That's right.
You know what they call that in skateboarding? They call it riding goofy.
Yeah, I'm a goofy hand.
Is there any way we can change the subject? Could I do anything to get it?
NFL, throughout his career, Chad Ochocinco Johnson, you remember him, established himself as one of the best players, best wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals in the league. And despite what many thought he was a level-headed adult, apparently Johnson joined the Shannon Sharp podcast called Club Shay Shay.
I like it.
And talked about financial responsibility. And Ochocinco revealed that he lived at Bengals Stadium for the first 2 years of his career.
What?
Chad said, you got to remember, I stayed at the stadium the first 2 years because I didn't want to spend any money. I mean, what's the point? Why are you telling me to go rent a house, buy a house, get a condo? Everything I need was right there at the stadium. Showers, cafeteria, TV, couch, gaming system. What's the point?
Is there a bedroom?
By Johnson...
there are beds.
There are beds.
There are?
Yeah, they're training tables, things like that. I mean,
Right.
bare minimum. By Johnson's third NFL season, he was, of course, a star. And at the time, Coach Marvin Lewis had to come to him and go, look, Chad, I think it's time you move out of the stadium. And he finally did, but he moved right down the street, he said.
That's awesome. I bet he saved a bunch.
I bet he saved a bunch of money.
Yeah, I'm one of the first guys I ever knew that was an NFL player. And he was doing pretty well. He had a roommate.
Yeah.
And he rented a condo.
Right.
Didn't want to get tied down.
Right. There it is.
A lot of people forget that these guys in professional sports, many of them have very short careers.
They make all the money up front.
When he met a lady at the bar.
How cool is it to take her back to the stadium?
I think that I saw an
That'd be
interview.
very cool.
And he said even on dates, he would like go Dutch and he buys all fake jewelry. He just didn't want to waste his money.
I've heard the fake jewelry. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, and he was neighbors with Roger Stone. When Roger Stone got arrested by the FBI, Chad Ochocinco tweeted like, man, the FBI just got my boy Roger.
He's looking out his window drinking coffee?
Yes. He's like a really, people think that he's dumb because his last name is Ochocinco. And yeah, that's probably kind of a dumb guy move. It's weird, but he's pretty smart and pretty interesting.
It's smart because
We're
I
all
know who he
talking
is and
about
I don't
him.
follow
That
his
was
very
his
much.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember he had Ochocinco put on the back of his jersey?
Sure.
And he could play.
He was
cool.
a great player. Yeah.
But the opposite of that is I went to an event one time with a bunch of NBA players, and for whatever reason, there was a special reserved parking area, and I was sort of sent that way. And all these guys were driving Bentleys.
Let me tell you something. People can tell you're privileged right on site. Okay.
But I mean, which is cool if you're making $5 million or $50 million for a significant period of time. But if you're a rookie in the NBA and that's your only season, driving that Bentley may be
short-lived.
Yeah, maybe a bad idea. So Ochocinco certainly a smart guy with respect to that. More power to him. Sounds like a cool. What's the name of the podcast? Shishi. What is it?
Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay
with Shannon Sharp.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Might have to give that a listen. Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
What time is it?
World record time, or is it time for more Mississippi Queen?
World record.
World record time.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we are looking forward to it.
A Disney fan. Will you stop?
Just wait for you
Enjoy
to
the
get to it.
moment.
He does the show like he has to be somewhere 10 minutes ago.
I know.
I know. Why do you do that? Enjoy the time we have together. I'm so glad we have this time together.
But I'd like to
Just to get together and laugh.
your
and
tribute to
sing a
Simon and
song.
Garfunkel, The Sounds of Silence. Well,
But before it's over, it's way too over, way too soon to be over,
Yeah,
right?
something
That's
like
right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Burnett, we love you.
A Disney fan broke the Guinness World Record for the most consecutive visits to Disneyland.
Is his name Whit Grace?
I can't think of anything more horrible that could happen to me in my life.
How many?
Then having to go to Disneyland?
Since 2012, Jeff Reitz has made 2,995 consecutive visits to the magical Anaheim theme park.
that's too much of a good thing.
Every
He said-
day in a row? Like, it has to be...
Maybe he's a janitor there.
Don't know.
Maybe he works there.
Since 2012, how many days is that?
That's a lot.
It started as a joke between friends. They announced they were given an extra Disney day when they announced the Leap Day 24-hour event in 2012. The joke eventually made Jeff a Disneyland celebrity. In his own right, he started to gain media attention. First time hearing of him. Although Jeff hoped to reach 3,000 consecutive visit mark, the pandemic stopped his visit streak, Tom.
Oh, I think he should count if Disney had to close.
Right, I think it should.
If he went back the day they opened, I think that counts.
You'd learn all the secrets, man.
Would you have to pay every day?
Go bankrupt.
Well, I think...
Look, he's clearly some sort of weirdo trust fund baby.
What is it, like $180 now, isn't it? Something like that?
It's a lot.
Yeah. He's probably got like the yearly pass or whatever. it is.
Right.
Do they have that?
Yeah,
it's
they
like
have a
special
yearly.
bracelet. that
If
you
he's
wear.
a resident, he probably gets that pretty cheap.
California residents get it, and Florida.
Does he have to ride a ride every day, or can he just walk in and spin around and leave?
I don't know.
I think a visit is just a visit. Maybe you can go in and
Have lunch.
ride the teacup and vomit.
Yeah,
and
get a
go
churro
home.
and leave.
Yeah.
Lunch for 400.
Is there a record for being the most virgin man?
Yeah,
Can you be more?
You know, I bet there are men out there who have lived their entire lives without knowing a woman.
Really?
Or a man.
Really?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel sad.
Some
for them.
people are so spiritual they don't need
That's true, monks and
earthly
stuff.
pleasures like that.
And I know that you're looking into Buddhism. Do you feel that way?
God, no. I'm not one of them.
Okay, what did Buddha say?
Because Buddha said during his casual moments, there's nothing better than that sweet, sweet Buddha.
Yeah.
No,
And a good pizza.
And a good
Because you got to hand it to Buddha. I mean, if you want to sell a religion, hey, be a little portly.
Yeah.
You know,
wasn't
Jesus had
always
an
portly.
8-pack, abs, and he was out there.
Well, he walked a lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Buddha's going, you know something? I'll just sit here. Looks like a land. We got a pizza? I'm sorry. So this guy's at Disneyland every day for
2,000
almost
plus.
3,000 days.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
You can say that about anything, though. And to do it for 3,000 times, it doesn't become... Oh, my God. How many shows have we done, Tom, in 30 years, 35 years?
Even Malcolm Gladwell doesn't count anymore.
Good.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They're not consecutive. We don't work weekends.
You
Come
think
on.
we'd be better at it?
Yeah, you'd think.
Okay. Now,
Speaking of Disney-
is that sports?
He doesn't want us here.
No, I'm perfect. If you had something to add, I'd be happy to entertain it.
Let me remember the days. I think Kristi can join me.
Yes.
The days when Tom liked us. Remember that? He'd greet us with a hello, good morning. Hi, no, tell me more in a serious way, but no, not anymore.
No, what else do you have?
That's it.
I'm ready to listen to it.
Okay, that's it. That's
got a guy that we have a baseball glove that's got 6 fingers, so you can be lefty or righty. Is there a special bat that they use to switch it?
It's got a knob at both ends.
Yeah, because you know.
That was my question. Does he switch hit, too?
Because you know that the bats, they come with grips down at the handle where they put your fingers right there.
Mm-hmm. Do they now? Okay.
Well, see, and you wanted to rush past.
I like Josh's idea.
Little indentations where.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee. Kristi Lee is at the Bob and Tom News Desk.
Wait a minute. Where's my outro?
Okay, sir. I got the outro right here. Well, that's not it. There we go.
This is what you farted for.
Yeah. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Kristi.
Well, I have another Disney story for you. The internet is calling out 2 Florida-based parents who posted a potentially dangerous hack to get their toddler onto thrill rides. Ty and Haley Kelly's video reveals they glued flip-flop bottoms to their toddler shoes to make them tall enough to meet ride requirements at Disney theme parks.
Oh, boy.
While Ty Kelly
that's really handy when the kids fly out of the safety harness.
called it the ultimate theme park hack, social media users were quick to criticize the pair. One user pointed out that height restrictions on rides are there not to ruin your child's day, but to protect their safety as well as the safety of others.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. That is really a dumb idea.
Very stupid.
Kid flies out. I mean, back in my day, I would just put extra hair gel on Willie's head and comb it up.
Man. That was always a great rite of passage when you were when you were then tall enough to ride.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, so let me know. What it's like.
You know what's even better? When you're tall enough and one of your siblings isn't tall enough and you get a ride and they don't and you shove it in their face. You didn't go on the ride because you're a little baby.
You're the most older brother, middle child I've ever met.
Oh, my God. Well, no, but then I also had the older sister who was shorter than me for a very brief period. Oh, and then I just got to rub it in her face. You fool.
Yeah, you are the tall one now out of everybody, right?
Yep. I'm the tallest, so I'm in charge now. That's how it works.
Well, we have a story about that coming up as well.
Right. Look it up.
You might have eaten something a lot more than your siblings to get taller as a kid.
Well. Why didn't you eat it?
Wait, is this something you would or
we
do
were
eat?
poor and I didn't get to eat.
Remember?
Yes.
Remember when he ate the month of carrots?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Turned orange.
His hands. He was yelling at me one morning, and he did like this with his hand, and I said, Tom, your palms are orange.
They were.
And
I was drinking a lot of carrot juice.
Carrot juice and eating carrots. Maybe that's what made you tall, Willie.
I don't know.
It's not carrots. It is actually a story that I have.
Okay. Well, so
Coming up.
yeah, this TikTok video. Yeah, don't do this.
No, don't do that.
Gluing, making the kids taller by gluing flip-flops to the bottom of their shoes.
Flip-flop bottoms, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mom and Dad, as the kid goes flying off the tilt-a-whirl. Also coming up, we have...
What do you got?
Well, it's a story about, I think you're going to like this. It's about rectal massage.
No, we're not.
In the world of the medical field. I think you'll enjoy it.
You don't think... You're going to find out that all the customers receiving rectal massage splayed out like turkeys with their feet in the air. You wait and see.
I bet they're on their side, like when you get a colonoscopy.
Or they're bent over the chair.
I guess it depends on where you get it done.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Is the doctor going, okay, Lloyd, bend over the chair? No, seriously.
If you go to Rick's rectal massage, that might be how it...
Hi, everybody.
the Asian rectal massage, they use chopsticks. Hey.
Ouch.
Lost one of them. When we come back, we'll find out what that's all about.
Okay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Today we're going to do a cover, the only cover that we do.
Oh, good.
The entire program, but we'd like to play something for you dedicated to something that's been in the news this past week.
All right.
I think everybody's been surprised about it, and this is a song that explains how I feel about it.
Okay.
They're both ashamed of what they did. At least that's what the paper said. They walk all day because they're always on the prowl. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse. They're both pros at what they do, and both require special shoes of each of their heads going down in a caddy. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse. Neither of them's made a peep, and fire hydrants don't come cheap. Be careful when you're out there chasing tail. You could wreck your truck and cut your head, but the number one lesson ever said, no matter what you do, don't leave voicemail. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him, and the odds are pretty slim that you won't see him with any more horse.
Yay!
Whiteouts and an increased risk of avalanches. Rare blizzard warnings in place. Further north, portions of Interstate 80 in California and Wyoming already have been closed because of impassable conditions. including a 70-mile stretch over the Sierra Nevada. Snow, ice, freezing rain also expected to keep hitting areas of the Plain States and northern areas, including New England. Be careful out there. Russia's launched a rescue ship for 2 cosmonauts and a NASA astronaut whose original ride sprang a dangerous leak at the International Space Station. The new empty Soyuz capsule should arrive at the orbiting lab Sunday following its liftoff Friday from Kazakhstan. The capsule leak in December blamed on a micrometeorite that punctured an external radiator, draining it of coolant. Same thing happened again earlier this month, this time on a docked Russian cargo ship. Russia delayed the launch of the replacement Soyuz after the second leak, looking for any manufacturing defects. However, no issues were found. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
When you stay with your mom, do you get out the drum set?
Yeah, I got the drum set in the living room.
Your mom must love that.
Yeah, she does. She does, actually.
I've had a headache for weeks.
Now, does she call you some pet name or Gregory? Greg?
She says, the screen door and back, I left it unlocked, so don't wander out. She says things like that.
She think you're 12?
Yeah, she thinks you don't know. You don't know how to get to the turnpike.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Good morning, Chief. If sports is your thing, then you need to order Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way. You'll learn to butcher grammar like it's a dead cow.
Sometimes Charles do things and he does them for himself. See, what the fans should understand here is that Phoenix don't like to really set up half court.
Magic's insights will teach you how to lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence.
You know, he's amazing. Every time he does something crazy or something.
Nobody can abruptly switch to a completely different thought like the Magic Man.
He's one of the best. If he get his feet set, hey, look out. And then also, he's having a good game. He had a good first game.
Contradictory thoughts in the same sentence? Like magic.
Having stumbled because his leg gave out on him in a sense. And so it's not 100% that leg, but he's doing, you know, he's playing really well. He's not like he's favoring it at all.
Magic. Mangler.
Dan Marley is continually to help offer Byron Scott.
To get Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way, call 1-800.
Oh, get it out of here.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure.
Yeah. We almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we, Chick?
Yeah, we sure did.
And you play with your friends, they're always drunk, too. You know, all your buddies are always loaded up. Playing there. I get this phrase, I draw it, you know, they're, hey, how about a guy frying his own penis? How about that? Yeah, what the hell's the matter with you?
That's in Pictionary.
Idiot. It's Peter Pan, you idiot. Right in front of you here, you moron.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening.
Helium.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Yes. She's a delicate flower.
Yes.
That's right. There's Pat Godwin. Pat, give me your best delicate flower voice.
Hey, Chick. How are you today?
Oh, that's so sweet.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Are you okay? That voice is only used to elicit, are you okay? Yeah. There's Ace Cosby. Hello now. I don't know. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I'm still obsessing about this pitcher.
Go, baby, go.
This guy can throw lefty and righty, and I guess there are a handful of people that can do that. And at 90-plus miles an hour, and he's playing for Mississippi State, is that right?
Yeah. Yep. He's a Bulldog.
All right. But you have to consistently, if you have one batter up there, you've got to go with whatever's
Right.
All left or all right. You can't switch because that'd be really, really difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Well,
for the batter, it would be.
And players have done that before. I mean, they right and left-handed bat.
Have you ever tried throwing?
I showed you my left arm, which is not my dominant arm, how I throw. It's not pretty.
You looked like Tony Perkins in Fear Strikes Out.
Oh, okay.
Remember that classic? Did you ever see that, Kristi?
No, I didn't see that.
Anthony Perkins, fine actor, but not
Psycho is the only movie I think I saw.
not particularly athletic. Eh?
No.
That's one of the most famous miscasts in the history of Hollywood.
This just in, dear weirdos.
Yeah.
A few years ago, there was an ambidextrous pitcher who got into an in-game standoff with a switch hitter. They just went back and forth. The batter walking to the opposite side of the plate. Pitcher switch. I didn't think they could do it during an at-bat until the umpire had to force them to play. I guess that's from Matt in Kentucky. Maybe. I don't know. There's all these rules for baseball now. And, of course, the new rules are coming up. The pitch clock is coming up for this season. And the bases are, they were 15 inches by 15 inches. This coming season, they're going to be 48 inches by 48 inches.
Okay, that's false.
The size of a standard pallet.
And they're very, very soft.
And if there's a 10th inning, there'll be a base runner on second.
A guy on second magically appears. That's exactly right.
That's very odd. Okay. Now, we've completed our sportscast.
Yes, we have.
And we look over there, and I see Kristi Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk as we await the arrival of comedian Dusty Slay. Kristi, what have we missed?
Well, we were teasing what food you should eat as a child to make yourself taller or be more likely to be taller. Research indicates kids who eat eggs every day are more likely to grow taller.
Oh, okay.
Did you eat a lot of eggs?
I did eat a lot of eggs. Yeah, sure. Is there like hormones in there or something?
Scientists at Washington University in St. Louis conducted an experiment on infants in Ecuador with some randomly selected to have an egg added to their diet every day for a 6-month period. The group of infants who consumed eggs daily were later found to be 47% less likely to experience stunting or slow height development than the control group.
Tom, they were stunted, Tom.
Wow.
74% of those who consumed an egg every day were also less likely to be underweight than children who did not. Lead researcher Laura Ainanati said eggs seem to be a viable and the recommended source of nutrition for children in developing countries.
All right, good.
Did you know that brown eggs come out the butt?
I didn't know that. Wow, I've always
been through this so many times.
I've always wondered about that.
Sorry.
So they're
I
actually
need to know what chocolate milk is.
They're actually stained. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, hi, fellas. Hey, it's Herm Johnson calling from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hey, Herm.
Herm, how are you, Herm?
Well, I'm doing good. Golly, it's been a long time since I've talked to you fellas. Yeah. You know, you're talking about this kid that pitches the ambidextrous pitcher.
He can throw both lefty and righty. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, as you know, I played Major League Baseball many, many years ago in another league. I'm not sure I can mention. But anyway, there was a kid that played for the Toledo Wind Spinners. His name was Jack Windmill Jackson. You know why they called him that?
No.
Well, because he could pitch with either arm.
Oh, well, like a wind.
And he would wind up with 2 gloves. It was the strangest thing you'd ever see. He'd get on that mound. He'd have 1 ball, of course. You know, we still only played with 1 ball back then, but he had a glove on each arm. Okay, so he puts both hands, picture this, behind his back. Now, you don't know which glove is going to have the ball in the back of him. So he's like bending over, staring at the catcher. Catcher gives him the signal. All of a sudden, what he'd do is he'd stuff one of the gloves in the back of his pants. And then the ball would go into that hand that removed the glove. And then he'd come around, but both arms would be spinning just like a windmill.
And then he'd heave the ball, right?
Oh, and that's why they called him, Jack Windmill Jackson. But, boy, that ball come flying out of there. It wasn't very good, I'll tell you that. But it sure fooled a hell of a lot of batters, including me.
Oh, sounds very exciting.
You want to talk to Marguerite?
No, but sure, put her on. What the hell?
That's good. She's dead anyway.
Okay, hang up the phone.
I gotta go.
Thank you,
Bye.
Well, this has never, ever happened before. We have an email requesting, specifically of me. I don't know. He thinks I have control over something. I'm not sure. It says, Chick, would you ask Dick Mango to do a version of Bad to the Bone? all I can do, sir, is put it out there. Maybe someday we'll hear it.
That sounds good. We'll do that. Pat, did you have a song you wanted to play for us?
I have a bunch of songs.
Okay.
Story.
Patty G is going to be live Saturday night, doing a special benefit for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, a fundraiser in Lancaster, Ohio. That'll be a great show. And also, I'll remind you real quick that Donnie Baker tonight at the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa. And tomorrow night, Donnie's at the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois. But Pat's doing the live show Saturday night, Lancaster, Ohio. That'll be fun. Should be a good crowd. You feel like playing a little something for us?
I do. Does Kristi have the story about the lady in Alaska who was... There've been a lot of walking the dog stuff going on, and this lady was walking her dog.
Oh, I was in Florida.
No. Do you have the lady in Alaska? There's a story.
Isn't there a song about walking the dog?
There might be. Yeah.
Walking the dog.
I don't know if...
I'm walking the dog.
He's just a walking the dog.
I don't want to blow the lead. I don't want to...
I don't have that story. I don't know what you're talking about.
We had that, yesterday.
Oh, we had it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, yesterday the lady was walking her dog in Florida and was attacked by an alligator.
Yeah, boy.
Is that the one?
Is that the one?
No, that's a part of this, but we're talking about the lady in Alaska.
We can come back with it?
We'll have to come back with it because no one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what Alaska is, though. I know it's a state and it's very cold. That's my impression.
Okay. Coming up, a really interesting story about a wedding. Something goes very wrong. Also, the very first sentence. This should interest you, Josh. Archaeologists think they have found the very first sentence.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And you'll be stunned as to where they found it.
Not written on a cave wall or something?
No.
Wow.
It's written apparently on an implement of some sort.
Can you tell us what it said?
We will, maybe.
That would give it away.
Okay.
But it's an instruction on an implement. They think this may be one of the first sentences ever written in this particular
I said,
language.
eat all of your dinner.
Is it
lather, rinse, repeat? That's kind of 3 sentences.
The first rental arrangement, it gave the number of the rental company, and so if you lose this implement, return it, please.
Yeah, it's very. You're actually surprisingly.
This is not a step?
Surprisingly close. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, here we go.
This will be helpful.
Yeah.
Was it live, laugh, love?
Boy, that really does.
Make
you, when you see that, you really do stop and remember to live and laugh a little.
Or you turn around and leave the house immediately. That's
Sure. We're coming right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Greg Warren on the road this weekend. Your chance to see him live on stage at Belleville, Illinois, Laughs at the Lincoln. And then next weekend, Thursday, March 2nd through Saturday, March 4th, Greg Warren at the Comedy Club in Kansas City, Missouri. Donnie Baker on the road this weekend as well tonight, the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa. And tomorrow night, Saturday, February 25th, the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois. DonnieBaker.com for more. Rolling through a Friday with you, Dusty Slay on the way on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Disgraced South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh denied killing his wife and son, but admitted to lying to investigators about when he last saw them alive as he took the stand in his own defense yesterday. Murdaugh charged with murder in the fatal shootings of his wife Maggie and their 22-year-old son Paul. They were killed near kennels on their property on June 7th, 2021. In his testimony, Murdaugh continued to staunchly deny any role in the killings, but he said he lied about being at the kennels with his wife and son shortly before their killings for 20 months. Murdaugh blamed that lie on his addiction to opioids. Winter storms continue to cause chaos across the U.S. The weather shut down much of Portland after the city experienced its second snowiest day in history, paralyzed travel from parts of the Pacific coast all the way to the northern plains. The nearly 11 inches of snow that fell in Portland stalled traffic during the Wednesday evening rush hour and trapped drivers on freeways. California is set to be hit next. And St. Louis officials are working to find a way to keep an Andean bear named Ben inside his enclosure after he escaped yesterday for the second time this month. Zoo officials said the bear was outside for less than an hour and was found only about 100 feet away from his habitat. The 4-year-old, who weighs about 300 pounds, was tranquilized and returned to his enclosure. Visitors and zoo staff were kept inside zoo buildings during Ben's escapade. The bear escaped February 7th by tearing apart clips that attached stainless steel mesh to the frame of the enclosure's door. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Kristi, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute, we catalog key pieces of audio for archival and historical purposes. We continually research and examine significant pieces of audio to ensure their accuracy and validity. Today, we look at the first ever recording by Thomas Edison, where in 1877 he successfully recorded the following on a primitive wax cylinder.
A little piece of practical poetry. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
The distinguished staff here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute noticed the labeling method used by Mr. Thomas Edison. This famous piece of audio was labeled 05TE for Thomas Edison, 02. Knowing this format is the industry standard to this day, we here at the Institute theorize there must be a 05TE01. After years of research and investigation, we have uncovered the following audio cylinder. This is the very first ever recording by Mr. Thomas Edison.
Okay. The first words I spoke in the original phonograph. Here we go. What's up?
This has been a Bob and Tom Audio Institute exclusive. Thank you for joining us.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom.
Tonight.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Chick. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with a special guest.
We are joined in the studio by the very handsome, very hairy Dusty Slay.
All right.
Dusty, good to see you.
If it weren't for the glasses and the cap, I'd say you look like Jesus.
Well, I get that a lot, and I like it. I'm into it. It feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah.
You're looking good. We had you're a Southern gent, and you may appreciate this. We've been talking about this story. I've been obsessed with it all morning about this pitcher at Mississippi State that throws with both arms, and he throws well with both arms.
96-mile-per-hour fastball with his right, 92-mile-per-hour fastball with his left.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. I hope he does it at the same time.
Wouldn't that be something?
Whoa! This guy writes, I know a guy that can bowl both lefty and righty and score between 180 and 200 every time.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hi, Molly from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. When my daughter was 13, started playing softball, we realized she could pitch and hit both right and left-handed. So
that's great. Yeah,
very cool. I'd like to see this and see how he does.
Some guy sent me an email. He said he throws left-handed a football, throws right-handed a baseball.
Oh, no kidding.
He can't explain it.
Dusty, do you play sports at all?
Yeah, I'm also equally good with both arms, just not very good.
But guys, you're at the same level of poorness.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You can't even tell what arm I am.
Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Alabama, a town called Opelika, Alabama. I grew up in a trailer park.
Opelika.
And that's great. My trailer park's gone. It's very sad. But it actually is just woods now, which looks better than what it used to be.
Wow.
But still sad.
Opelika?
Opelika.
Yeah. You don't have much of an accent anymore. You think, is that from being on the road so much?
I don't know what happened to me. I moved to Charleston, South Carolina, where I lived for a long time. I waited tables, seafood restaurant called Hyman's.
Oh, yeah, I've been
Hyman's.
there. Nice.
Yeah,
nice place.
that's right.
Located on the same block as a restaurant called Sticky Fingers.
Hang on.
That is true.
There we go.
Yeah.
And a bar called the Bicycle Seat.
Dusty Slay is our guest, and we talked to you on the TV not too long ago, but we haven't seen you in a few years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Did you have to take a lot of time off during the pandemic, off the road?
Well, I didn't really. I took off 2 months, and then a club in Texas called me and asked would I come there, and I said, yes, I will. So I went May of 2020. I did a club in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And back up and running.
Yeah, I mean, I was ready to go.
Okay.
I had never had 2 months off of work. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I needed to make money.
Yeah.
No one was sending me money. I wasn't, it was like comedy was how I made a living. So I was like, I got to go to work.
Yeah. Now, you're on the road again right now. What is, if one wanted to see you on various streaming services, what's out there featuring you?
Well, I'm on the biggest. I'm on Netflix. I'm on the Stand Up Season 3. I have a half hour there, which is great and very funny.
It sure is.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
I can attest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I'm on YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I do a podcast called the We're Having a Good Time podcast. But I'm also on the Nateland podcast with Nate Bargatze. And that's great. And then I'm on, TikTok, Instagram, all that, at Dusty Slay.
Yeah, we got a good TikTok story for you, or it's kind of a selfie story, really, this first one. Did you see the thing about the alligator? Alligators have been getting some a bad rap lately, since they don't like doing things like grabbing old ladies at the side of a pond in Florida and dragging them into their death.
I don't make people talk.
Yeah, we had this one this morning that is rather disturbing.
A pair of visitors to Florida's Everglades National Park are under fire for taking a selfie next to a huge alligator. Torrens of Yellowstone, an Instagram account that highlights bad behavior at U.S. national parks, posted a photo of a boy and an older man lying down on a paved path taking a selfie with a large alligator lying just a few feet behind them. The accompanying caption reads, "Twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum are on the menu."
This alligator is right behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lived, though, didn't they?
Did
Yeah, they
anything,
did.
Yeah, did anything happen?
Yeah.
No.
I think, to me, those guys, they proved it's okay to do this.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You always hear about the alligators who attack somebody. You never hear about the alligators who mind their own business.
The complacent gator.
Yeah, that's exactly
But
right.
see, they might be developing a taste for morons once they taste these guys. Especially after the story yesterday was so disturbing. Were there gators where you were in Alabama?
No, there were in South Carolina. I threw a rock at an alligator one time in a lake, and a guy got mad at me.
What did he say?
Well, he was just like mad that, I guess, I don't know. It was pretty redneck, I guess, and I just had not seen an alligator before, and I wanted to see it move.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
It was just floating in the water, and I threw, and it did move. We did get it to move, but, he was so mad, but he was out there fishing. I'm like, you're stabbing fish in the mouth. And you're mad at me for throwing a rock.
There was a golf tournament on yesterday. We were at a restaurant.
Yeah, did you see that alligator?
Yeah, Willie and I were at a restaurant for Hart's birthday, one of my little girls. And there was, it's a beautiful golf course. And they cut away, like on the TV show Survivor, they always cut and they'll show the exotic snakes and everything. So they're at this golf course and there's this giant alligator head on the screen.
Huh.
Right there.
And there was a guy up on the bank, not that far away. He was doing the two-chair thing. He was sitting in one, had his legs in another, and just hanging out.
This selfie, these guys are a good 5 feet away. It's a smaller gator. I would have done that.
You would have done that.
For the gram, hell yeah.
Well, and I don't like.
No.
Have you seen it, Chick?
I see.
Didn't we find out an alligator can run 35 miles an hour on land?
Yes.
They have to want to.
I think it's 55. Okay.
Well, whatever it is, Josh, you couldn't get up quick enough before that thing would have your ass in its mouth.
Josh, you're right, but I would wrestle it.
Maybe he figures if I'm already that close, might as well get the...
Do you hear what he did? He got it around to you, and you're not going to be able to get up in time.
Well, it's because Josh is the one who says he would be stupid enough to do that.
No, do you know why he loves this? Because this is an Instagram account for tattletales. It is people online making fun of other people for doing dumb stuff.
Just rats. That's all it is.
Hey, teacher, someone broke the rules at recess. You should put them in trouble.
Dusty, would you do that?
Well, I'd like to see their personal account to see how many likes it got. If it was very popular, maybe. You know what I mean? We're all out here trying to get our likes.
Well, I guess arguably it's gone viral.
Yeah, it sure has.
But they're getting shamed.
Wrongfully so.
But as a comic, though, a little bit of shame for something like that could sell tickets.
Yeah.
And that ultimately is what it's all about.
It's all marketing, isn't it?
People already say I look like the I don't know, I forget the guy's name, but the Tiger Man or whatever.
Oh,
Joe Exotic. The
Joe
Tiger
Exotic,
King.
yeah, Tiger King.
What?
Well, they say, I don't know. People were, when that came out, I was getting a lot of Tiger King comments.
Well, that Tiger King had dyed blonde hair, I guess. But yeah, he had kind of a long hair.
You have a full beard, glasses, hair down to your nips. I mean, you don't look like the Tiger King.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I was getting it. They would say, I'm getting a lot of Tiger King vibes off this guy. That's what random comments would say.
Among other things, Dusty Slay is going to be rolling through Petoskey, Michigan. One of my favorite spots coming up Saturday, March 25th.
We know.
Stops coming in Corning, California, Nashville, Tennessee, Portland, Oregon, and Indy. So you got some great stuff to look forward to being on the road. Now, I'm trying to remember, are you a dad?
I am a dad. Yeah, I have a baby that's almost 2. 21 months, but everyone makes fun of me for saying months. But I just think that technically she's 1, right? So if I said she's 1, she's a lot different at 21 months than when she was 1.
Yeah.
So it's fun. My wife likes to childproof the house and not let us have change laying around so the baby won't eat change. But I ate change one time as a kid. It was fine.
Sure.
I pooped it out. My dad had to dig through the poop and find the change, and I felt like he deserved it,
Yeah, you definitely earned it, didn't he?
Yeah, he left me with a baby. My dad had joint custody of me where he would see me like 2 times, 4 days a month, and he had me with a babysitter because he had a date. And I'm like, you deserve to dig through a little poop.
I spicy.
Did he put it in the same colander that he strained the spaghetti in?
I don't know. I don't know how he did it. I think he just had to go in there with the fingers.
Oh, God.
He said they were very shiny pennies. I guess my body really cleaned them up.
Like some demented gold panner. Just it's in here. I know it.
Our guest is comedian Dusty Slay. Kristi Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. You got a short one for me?
Let's see. Yeah, I have this story. A man dressed in a 7-foot-tall penis costume was arrested in Brazil for harassing women.
Have you seen the picture of this?
Hey, lady.
I don't know why he needed the costume. He's already a dick.
But seriously.
Oh, isn't it Carnival or something?
Yeah, military police in Rio de Janeiro detained the man in the city center for acting suspiciously.
I guess.
Carnival goers in the city told police the man had been using his giant penis costume to chase women taking part in the city's carnival parades. A picture of the arrest shows the man wearing the brown inflatable phallus costume.
Get back here!
But he's wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, right above the flip-flops, though, he's about, what, 20% nuts? And it is a sort of a dark, deep brown phallus.
Okay.
What do you mean?
What do you
Brazil.
mean?
Yeah.
They all have... Well,
and was it? Would you say it was 7 feet tall?
yes, sir.
Okay. There's a white version that's 5'5". The same costume. I'm looking online here for this. He's acting suspiciously.
Well, he's chasing women.
Okay. Isn't this what Carnival's all about, though?
Yeah, but you don't dress as a penis and harass
Well, even then, if you do, I don't know that you chase women.
Yeah, I
like
would-
Animal from the Muppets.
I mean, this guy, it looks more like a turd than a penis.
It is not a. That's a very dark brown.
Yeah. Wow.
I got to believe he has a lot of success with it.
I think it,
No, this is like that basketball coach we had who said he was afraid of flying, and he took the RV
Winnebago,
around the country. And because he said, he couldn't get on an airplane.
well, he is getting this is peacocking,
But-
less pee, more.
Yeah.
And he'd go to sorority parties at the game at the place they were playing, and it must have worked because he kept doing it, and it turned out it did work. I guess there were pictures of it.
So you're saying that at one point this actually must
dressing
have worked.
up like a penis evidently worked at it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he would do in the RV, this coach?
No.
Those are two separate
but
stories.
he's just
Okay.
saying,
He's saying that
He's like, listen, I'm afraid of flying, but also there's some other benefits.
that's right.
There's a bed in my car.
I wasn't lying about it.
Okay. Right now, I want to remind you that Chick McGee will be exiting this building and heading home because his home is so safe and secure because he uses SimpliSafe.
Peace of mind, Tom. What would you pay for it? Of course, it's priceless. That's why we recommend SimpliSafe Home Security. The design it yourself, do it yourself home security system designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. They also have Fast Protect technology capturing critical evidence, verifying that the threat is real. So you get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring service costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. And my favorite part, you can lock, unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system right from your smartphone. And CNET just named SimpliSafe the editor's choice pick. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to SimpliSafeTom.com today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's SimpliSafeTom.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Dusty Slay. Also, we're going to find out about what may be the first sentence ever written. This is fascinating stuff discovered by archaeologists. Also, we have a great story about an unsuccessful carjacking. It's a really it's the best part about it is the lady they were trying to carjack.
Yeah.
Grandma, an elderly lady, and she just beats the crap out of this guy. So,
Well, there's the story.
It's just,
That's the story.
that's
no
the
need
teaser.
to hang around.
No, you'll find out what happened.
Okay.
Stick around. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. That's where we sell Bob and Tom Show merchandise. You got your Bob and Tom Show hat, adjustable, fits any size head, and lots of clothing, T-shirts, hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts. The clothing size is small, up to 4XL, even 5XL. Just go to bobandtomstore.com. Look in the upper left-hand corner for the new tab to see the latest merchandise. We've restocked for 2023, and we have merchandise waiting just for you or the Bob and Tom fan in your life. Makes great stocking stuffers, birthday presents, anniversaries, you name it. It's available and ready for you. It's super easy, super simple. bobandtomstore.com. And my gosh, treat yourself on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Alabama, the number 2 men's team in the country, a favorite to win the national championship. The school also intense scrutiny over 3 players' alleged involvement in the deadly shooting of Jamia Harris near campus early on January 15th. One-time reserve forward Darius Miles and another man charged with capital murder. Winners last night in top 25 college basketball. Number 4, UCLA. Number 12, Gonzaga. Number 15, St. Mary's all win. And Illinois upset number 21, Northwestern, 66-62. In the NBA, Denver, Orlando, Toronto, Philadelphia, Sacramento, Dallas, and the Lakers all win in regulation. And Boston and Utah win in overtime. And in the NHL, Minnesota, Edmonton, Anaheim, Detroit, Boston, and Nashville all win in regulation. New Jersey, Buffalo, Vancouver, and Vegas win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show. Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi, just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
There's a new documentary out there entitled Sick. It's the winner of the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Award. The film chronicles the life and times of super masochistic performance artist Bob Flanagan. In one scene, Flanagan is shown hammering a nail into, then removing it from his most private part, which would be his penis.
Wow.
Boy, what if he misses and like hits his thumb?
Well, then that would hurt, Bob.
Yeah, there's a bone in there.
That's really gonna hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on a second. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, the
Hiya, Bob.
famed home repair host. How's it going, Bob?
Pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, you know, you guys are talking about something that's pretty common.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the home repair guys do it. I do it all the time.
You actually take a nail and pound it into your penis on purpose?
Heck yeah.
Now,
Really?
do you use a nail gun or do you use a regular traditional hammer and nail?
Oh, I'm not a conservative guy. Just use a nail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was at the hardware store the other day picking up a nail just for that.
Uh-huh.
And I took it up to the counter. The guy goes, that'll be $1. I go, great. He goes, that'll be $1.04 with tax. I go, tax? Wait, I am kinky?
Tax too.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I got a plan for the country.
yeah?
Yeah. I thought that, there are people that can do drugs and there are people that can't, and the people that can are screwing it up for the rest of us. So I've come up with a solution. Instead of testing people for drugs where they work, why don't they do something more democratic? Why don't they just test everyone for drugs that they can handle? Maybe when you get your driver's license, you go up to the guy. The guy says, "Well, we got your paperwork done, but before we do the photo, do you do any drugs?" "Well, yeah, I smoke a little pot occasionally." "All right, well, why don't you go smoke this and sit down over there?" In about 10 minutes, we're going to take the car out for a spin. And if you pull it off, you get pot approved. You see right on your license. Next time you get pulled over, "I don't think so, officer." You see, that's a pot approval stamp right there. and that's me.
See?
Yeah. And if you're into heroin, there's no picture because you're nodding down.
Just the back of your head. And Jesus said, "Take this bread and eat it. It is my body." And the disciples said, "Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet." "We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting."
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 20.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
And
with us in
Tom,
the studio.
I like to tell you we have a guest because sometimes you don't notice.
I can see him right over there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll just making
I'm
sure.
here.
Making sure.
He is comedian Dusty Slay. And that's your actual name, right?
That is my name. And I do hate that I'm missing the meat cake. That seems fun.
Yeah. We have a meat cake thing I'll tell you about in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I just found out about it. I've never heard of a meat cake, but it sounds delicious. I do. There's a great way to make meatloaf. You take like a muffin tin and make little meat muffins.
That's fun, though. Individual meatloafs?
No, meatloaf is
The
a
best part
meatloaf in a
of
loaf pan.
Meatloaf is it to be too big to almost cook. That's the best part of a meatloaf.
I like a meat muffin. I'm into a meat muffin.
Are you guys really?
It also sounds like a euphemism. Really.
Gave her the old meat muffin.
Well,
I bet you I bet you don't even put your face in a meat muffin. I bet you won't.
Gentlemen never discusses such a thing.
Dirty place.
Now, we're hanging out with a comedian, Dusty Slay. And Pat, you were asking me about this. I dug up the story you were talking about. We had the story, the sad story of the woman who was walking her dog in Florida just a few days ago, and an alligator attacked the dog. She tried to rescue the dog, and the alligator got her, and it's over for her, sadly. But just goes to show that these alligators are out there. You got to be careful. This is not an alligator in the news, but it starts with someone walking a dog. Kristi, take it from
woman
there.
in Alaska was kicked in the head by a moose.
Ooh.
Tracy Hansen of Anchorage told KTUU.
We're all about you.
She was walking her dog Gunner when she was hit in the head from behind, which caused her to fall over.
she didn't say it as clearly as Kristi just did. She'd been kicked in the head by a mouse.
She said, I thought someone had not been paying attention and hit me with a bike or something. It was not until she sat up she realized she'd been hit by a moose. The dramatic scene was captured by Kate Timmons, who was driving by with her family and even tried to warn Hansen of the charging moose.
Moose coming up.
Timmons told the station her husband pulled over to get Hansen in their truck and get her medical attention, while Gunner was not injured. Hansen is still recovering from her injury. And
So for the second time, the dogs are okay.
Yeah.
I like to think that she's been hit by a bike so much that she was like, I felt like it was being hit by a bike.
You know how that feels. You know, the very specific feeling of a bike frame.
Pat, you have a tribute?
Yeah. Alaska lady, buttoned up tight. Took a dog out for a walk last night. Something smacked her upside the head. Thought she got hit by a bike. It was a moose instead of walking the dog.
There it is.
She was just walking her dog. All right now. Oh, be careful when you do it. A moose can hit you just a walking the dog. All right. Little old lady, Florida town. Retention pond, she took a walk around. She didn't see the huge alligator. She fought him off, but the gator ate her walking the dog. What was she doing? Just a walking the dog. Come on now. 10-foot alligator ate an old lady just a walking her dog. All right, all right.
You're just trying to walk a dog.
The dog.
Thank you.
This video is unbelievable. This moose is running down the side of the road. And there's a lot of snow, obviously. It's Anchorage, Alaska. And he just runs up behind her and bam! It's...
Kicks her or headbutts her?
Like getting hit by a bike.
Like the lady said.
How about we talked about moose being vindictive? Isn't that a thing?
They'll hunt you, won't they?
Yeah, that is true.
That's what I thought.
That's not a joke. They will get your scent and they're going to come after you.
It's trotting at about, kind of a horse trot.
It's a good pace.
Yeah, the car's not,
Oh, yeah.
And just kind of jumps on her back.
Yeah.
You've seen one, Tom, right? You've seen a...
Yes, I was hiking Isle Royal in Lake Superior. And,
okay, that's the top pretentious statement this morning.
I like that, going on a hike.
Well, we got a lot of show left. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. No, I think since we have the poor old lady in Florida getting,
hit, eaten.
Really drowned.
She didn't get eaten. She was drowned.
No, it died during the death roll, didn't she?
Alligator having left if the woman would have stayed there, the alligator would eventually.
How about we have a woman who wins? Let's go.
Yes, that's what I want. I want to change the subject. Now we have the opposite here.
Yeah, a teenager wound up going to the hospital after allegedly trying to carjack an elderly woman in the D.C. area, the Washington, D.C. area. Police say the woman, who's known in the neighborhood as Grandma, was on her way to chemotherapy when a 15-year-old boy tried to carjack her.
Okay.
The woman told WJLA...
he's going to jail.
That the teen threatened her with a gun, to which she responded, quote, "Baby, you better shoot me because you're not taking my car."
Yes.
She continued, "He pushed me to the door. I got up, grabbed him, and was hitting his ass, hitting him and fighting him. And I said, 'You're not going to take my car, youngin'.'"
Now, we should note that sometimes that will get you shot.
Yes.
But probably give the car.
An older carjacker, he's probably just starting out. He's 15.
Yeah,
you said.
15.
So, yeah.
Well, and his grandma beating you up. That has to be something.
More experienced carjacker would immediately
no
shoot.
street cred.
Grandma said that's when she called for help. Her neighbors all came out and apprehended the boy as he attempted to flee.
Love it.
She said, quote, "They caught him and I said, 'Oh, you going to jail today? You definitely going to jail?' 'Yes, you are.'" Police report said the would-be carjacker left the scene in an ambulance, and the teen apparently is now locked up.
Okay.
So this lady's going to get
chemotherapy. How sad.
I wonder if she already had radiation that turned her into Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
Oh, Grandma.
Now, when she says, at one point, she says, "You better shoot me."
Yeah.
Because you're not taking my car.
Yeah.
That reminded me of this very short song that has a similar premise, as you'll see here. Oh, yeah.
And the sign said, "Anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight." So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, "Hey, what you..."
See, sometimes they take you up on that. That's the band, Dos Boys. Thank you very much, fella.
That's what the sign said, yeah.
As we certainly appreciate that. We're hanging out with comedian Dusty Slay, father of one.
Father of one, yes.
Husband of one?
Husband of one, yeah. I mean, I may move to Utah and get into a bit more of a, I don't know, multi-marriage thing. I like, my wife watches Sister Wives a lot, so I feel like she's into the vibe.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, best of luck with that.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll pitch it to her.
Okay. Is she someone you met a long time ago? Or?
Yeah, we met in New York City doing comedy, and she's done comedy. Willie has hosted for her, he said, at a comedy club. And,
she's great, very kind.
Yeah. So she doesn't do comedy now, but we do the podcast together, the We're Having a Good Time podcast.
Does she have a name?
Hannah Hogan is her name.
Thank you.
Yes. I like to keep referring to her as my wife.
Okay.
Sure.
In case I get into a second marriage and then this airs later, it flows
Leaving
right
it
in.
the awkwardness now.
Yeah, okay. And which podcast? You do a couple podcasts. Which one is this?
This is the We're Having a Good Time podcast.
Okay.
That's my own personal one. And then I have the Nateland podcast where I do with Nate Bargatze and a couple other comics, Aaron Weber, Brian Bates. Very funny.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Please check that out. Right now, we return to the news desk with Kristi Lee. What else is happening?
Archaeologists have found what is likely the oldest known full sentence carved into an ancient head lice comb.
Really?
The inscription on the 3,700-year-old artifact encourages people to comb their hair and beards to rid themselves of lice. The sentence contains 17 letters that read, "May this tusk root out the lice of the hair and the beard."
Interesting.
Where will you get one of those?
Experts say the discovery shines new light on some of humanity's earliest use of the Canaanite alphabet, which was invented around 1800 BC and is the foundation of all successive alphabetic systems.
The system, sure.
Josh,
You knew that.
You were saying yesterday, what was it? Why is this a news story? Weren't you saying that yesterday?
You and I were discussing how oftentimes Kristi will find these nothing stories.
Yeah, like, this is one of the first sentence ever written, and it's on. First of all, that's got to be an unbreakable comb if it's been around for thousands of years.
You're fascinated by hair and combs, aren't you?
They also found
by language.
They found microscopic evidence of head lice on the comb. It's made out of ivory, by the way.
How bad was the lice that the first sentence
No kidding.
was like, get rid of this lice. Use this.
You think they can
would
get
make
the
sense for the
DNA
test.
out of the lice and make a brand new lice here? And, like
a Jurassic lice type deal?
Jurassic lice.
And I assume it's for men, apparently. Because it says, doesn't it say something, your hair and your beard?
Yeah,
Sure, but that doesn't mean a woman couldn't use it.
A woman can use it,
What are they
too.
supposed to just be lousy?
Well,
Lousy with lice?
Yeah, that's where the term lousy comes from.
But lice back then were like 7, 8 inches tall.
Oh,
They
were
sure were.
I just, but I mean, to think that's sort of like the first instructive sentence of all, you'd think it would be something.
They don't know.
No, of course
What's
they
the first
don't
one
know.
they found?
Egghead.
What do you think the first sentence was?
Wasn't it, what's the old joke? Stand back, babe. I don't know how big this thing gets.
Okay.
Wasn't that one of them?
How's that?
What is your suggestion?
We've been trying to reach you about getting your car an extended warranty. Some kind of sales pitch.
Uh-huh.
I think it's fascinating. That or the name of the barber shop.
I don't think.
Hey, courtesy of Frank's Barber Cave. Come on down and we'll.
Barber Cave? That's a little bit of fun.
Who wouldn't go to a barber cave?
Did you go to a barber that had the red, white, and the striped
Barber
pole
pole?
out front?
As a kid, of course.
Yeah.
I've been to one of those.
Do you still go to a traditional barber, Dusty?
I don't really go get my hair cut much at all.
So when you do want to trim, do you do it yourself?
I just try to find someone. I go, hey, can you cut this?
Okay, yeah.
Your hair's down to your nipples, pretty much.
Yeah, it's getting long.
It's serious.
I let it get a little too long, and then I go get it cut too much to where it feels like I don't like it, and then it just grows for a while.
Okay.
You know, you get it cut in a way that it almost like has bounce to it, which I don't like, but I'm like, this will get me by for another 6 months here.
All right.
All right.
That's what I like to do.
Did you see the top of his head? It's glorious, thick hair. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he took his cap off.
And he wears a hat.
Yeah.
Which has
Not a
to-
hint of pate.
No.
Yeah.
No skin up there.
Yeah.
I've got quite a pate growing, yeah.
You do.
Sort of that skin yarmulke thing.
It's okay.
It's
nice.
It's a skomica.
It is a yarmulke.
The tonsure look,
Yeah.
if you will.
You pull it off well. If you had like a pompadour, I think that would be. Actually, you know what? I said it in my head. I saw it. I love it. I love Josh with the pompadour.
Yes.
Maybe I'll get a pompadour wig just one day.
No,
I want,
no,
like-
grow it all out, then comb it do a comb over. Yeah.
Oh, just this part here, and then
Yeah.
Mark Sweeney.
I want like
It's a little behind the scenes.
a
but-
Cruella de
no, you
Vil,
can
like
tell.
one gray thing going back, and then the Superman curl in the front. That'd be hot for me. I'd like
You know,
that a lot.
Sweeney has like bangs, and then there's nothing.
Yeah, he combs it all
Nothing
back,
here.
yeah.
He combs it all
Oh,
back.
like a fryer kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real weird looking.
Yeah. Ted Danson has that, but he wears the tube. If you've ever seen him without the tube.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's good.
Wait, he still has the bangs?
Well, he combs it back, but yeah, it
comes
grows
straight.
to the front.
wow.
Now, we're discussing hair because our guest has such a great head of hair.
Yeah.
And you always wear a cap on stage as well?
I do always wear it on stage. I don't know. I started wearing it one time, and then it seems like my career took off when I started wearing a hat. So now I never do comedy without it.
Okay.
I feel like it's my disguise. If I don't want to be recognized, I just don't wear the hat.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, because, very famous now.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's just hard to navigate life out here.
It's a curse, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, are you an actor as well?
No, I don't like acting. I mean, I'm not very good at it. And then it's like, I did an audition once in LA, and it's like this lady was just right in front of me that I was auditioning for, and she did and I had my thing memorized pretty well, but she did these like big facial expressions, and I was just not ready for that. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing in here. But I was in LA. My agent was like, why don't you just go audition? So I did, but I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I've created the best character that I can be, and I don't need to be others.
Very good.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Very good.
And they're not hiring me.
Oh, there's also that part.
Well, you have a specific look.
Yes.
That would be. I bet you do.
What would you cast Dusty in?
Oh, wait a minute. Stand by for an insult. Go ahead.
No, I mean you could be like in the 70s. You could be a hippie.
Yeah.
You could just switch glasses.
I could get into that. Maybe they do a Matthew McConaughey reboot. What was that movie? Dazed and Confused.
Oh.
Maybe they do a reboot. I could be the all right
I would
guy.
cast you
That's a fun movie.
as the guy at like sort of a rundown filling station in a horror movie, and the teens pull up in their van, and they go, "Hey, we're going camping in those woods," and you go, "Those are his woods now."
I like that.
The harbinger of doom.
But then his is me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Do you ever do the ponytail thing?
A little bit. I try to not do it. It just really changes the whole vibe.
So you could be a computer geek with the in the movie.
Yes.
With the ponytail. Yeah.
Did you ever go without the beard?
Yeah, I did the beard for a long time. I had slick back hair and no beard for a long time. My friend says it was my Rachel Maddow look.
I'm doing that right now under the hat. You can't see it, but I look like I'm on MSNBC, baby.
Nice. Very nice. Right now, it's quiz time. Chick McGee, what is your sleep number setting?
100, Tom, a firm mattress.
Okay,
That's the way I
Kristi,
roll.
in contrast, Kristi.
Well, I like mine a little softer, so I go with a 40.
And the reason I ask is you guys could have the same bed because the Sleep Number bed has a different setting for either side, and you can adjust it at the touch of a button whenever you want. So you could sleep in the left side one night at 100, switch over to the side that was 40, make it 100 just by touching that button, because 8 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. And the Sleep Number people figured this out a long time ago, and they've really made a lot of progress with the Sleep Number beds because they've got a bunch of different stuff that you can do, stuff that will help you with the temperature, stuff that will help you with the shape of the bed. You want to have the head go up. That may help you lose that snoring problem. Get all the details by going to your favorite Sleep Number store, which you will find at sleepnumber.com/BT show. So choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number because you want your best day to be tomorrow. And that best day always comes after a great night of great sleep. By the way, right now it's the Ultimate Sleep Number event. Save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. They're only available at Sleep Number stores. And once again, this is a very special offer, 50% off, subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments are required with special financing. Get the details again, sleepnumber.com/BT show. We're coming back. We're hanging out with comedian Dusty Slay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I saw a billboard recently too that was it was a billboard for a hospital, and then there was a picture of a smiling woman, and the caption read, "They didn't treat me like doctors, they treated me like friends." Like, well, that's great for her. I mean, she must have really good friends.
Yeah.
Me, when I have to go to the hospital, I want my doctors to treat me like doctors. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
To hell with my friends.
Yeah.
My friends don't know how to treat me.
Yeah.
I had sunburn once. You know what my friends did? They slapped it.
Yeah. Sure.
When I told them it hurt, they just slapped it harder and more frequently.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, I want doctors who are going to properly diagnose my condition, not my friends who are going to tell me I have a fatal case of the queers.
Yeah.
I want doctors, all right?
Yeah.
Doctors who are going to bring me medicine, not beer that's been kind of peed in.
Yeah.
I want doctors who are going to provide me with proper treatment.
What? You need new friends, pal.
Yeah, really.
What's this peeing in the
Yeah,
beer
doc-
routine?
Doctors who are going to provide me with proper treatment, not my friends who are going to shoot me with Roman candles as I struggle to get out of a hammock.
It's always funny on YouTube. Always funny.
When do you not struggle to get out of a hammock? I mean, is there an elegant way to get out of a hammock?
No, there isn't.
No,
especially
but they're
when,
great.
especially when you're being pelted with Roman candles
Yes.
that are lit.
You gotta love that.
You do need better friends.
Yeah. And you're weighing in at what? About 2 1/4?
Oh, you're very generous.
on.
Rick.
Yeah.
It's,
That's very
about
kind.
245.
245, getting out of a hammock with Roman candles.
No, yeah,
I'd watch.
Yeah,
Video
I'm
of
in.
this? People did.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was,
in.
Wow. Don't you bottom out on a hammock? Hey, come on. Poor Josh.
Josh, we made you sit in the green room all morning.
Isn't that considered a picnic blanket at that point?
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Alec Baldwin has pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of a cinematographer on that movie set near Santa Fe, New Mexico back in 2021. Court documents indicate Baldwin has waived his right to a hearing, which was set for today. A judge has told Baldwin he is allowed limited contact with potential witnesses as filming resumes on the movie Rust. He's also forbidden from consuming alcohol or possessing weapons. To mark the one-year anniversary today of war beginning in Ukraine, Brad Paisley has released a song that features his actual conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Paisley says the point of the song, Same Here, is that people can be in different places, have a different flag and different language, but we have so many similarities. And Eugene Levy has a new show out that I can't wait to see. He didn't want to go on safari in Africa. You know why? He's seen it on TV. Such a chick statement. But Levy is the host of The Reluctant Traveler, and the approach is really interesting. He doesn't like traveling, so they force him into situations he doesn't really want to be in, like you and ice fishing in the Arctic, something he says he'll never do again. The Reluctant Traveler is available today on Apple TV+. That sounds very interesting. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Ace Cosby, we're all looking forward to his pizza in March meal. He's trying to get out of it by being
now
able to have anything.
Salads.
Anything.
He can have a salad with his pizza.
No, that's not.
I'm the commissioner of this
gang. No, pizza. That's it. If you let him have salad, it loses whatever.
It does.
It does. I agree.
I'm with Chick on this. You know what? You can put tomatoes on your pizza. That counts as a salad. All pizza.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Al from the MES News Center in New York. I'm Tom Bochow. In Bogota, Colombia, Brian Naranjo, age 18, says being small has its advantages, one being having a better view of girls in miniskirts, standing just 27.9 inches tall.
Wow.
Naranjo was named the smallest man in Latin America by the Guinness Book of Records.
27 inches tall.
Besides holding the #1 position, he fulfilled another dream by going to Disneyland, where he called the It's a Small World exhibit disappointing. In Stockholm, Sweden, Leif Borg, warning he would blow the courtroom into the air just 10 minutes earlier at his divorce trial, pulled dynamite from his briefcase and set it off, killing himself and seriously wounding his wife's lawyer, severing the lawyer's limbs.
Wow.
Witnesses said the explosion occurred during proceedings to determine how the couple's property would be split. For once, a lawyer got the charge that cost him an arm and a leg.
And on a high one, that a boy.
Good move. Throw away the script and get out.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Delivery.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Lucky Kristi's still here.
Yeah.
At the news desk, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. We're getting all kinds of email about pizza and websites that have 500 different types of pizza and all sorts of things. There's Willie.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom, and we got a special guest, Tom.
I'm going to explain what we're talking about here. Right. Dusty Slay is our guest. Dusty is a distinguished comedian, a podcaster for the We're Having a Good Time podcast. And then you do one with Nate Bargatze, which is called
The Nateland Podcast.
The Nateland Podcast. Dusty is a resident of Nashville, Tennessee, and Dusty grew up in Alabama.
That's right, Opelika, Alabama.
Wow. Is it in the city still there, but your trailer park is gone? Is that
the trailer park is gone. Actually, almost everything I grew up with is gone. But my mom used to work at a plant that made VHS tapes.
No kidding.
And it is bulldozed to the ground now.
I'll bet.
They even took the water tower. It's very sad.
Oh, well, you know a town's in trouble when they take the water tower.
But I can make a segue here.
You're not going to be needing this.
I can make a transition here that's somewhat elegant. Speaking of VHS tapes, the only guy in this room that has a lot of VHS tapes in his house is our own Ace Cosby. Mm-hmm. And Ace, this is his idea. Ace is going to do nothing. He's going to eat nothing but pizza for the month of March. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner will be pizza. And I am footing the bill for this. And each pizza has to be a different one from a different place. And we're getting some suggestions from all over the country.
Real quick,
pizzas.
I didn't know that was one of the stipulations. You can't repeat pizzas?
No, we didn't agree on that one.
No, we didn't agree on that.
Well, I just declared that since I'm paying.
Oh,
okay, so
that's not fair.
Undeclare that he can eat a salad. It's pizza.
Well, there's a pizza place that has salad on the pizza.
Shut up.
That's fine.
Okay, that would be fine.
Yeah, no, the whole idea of this is to have a variety of pizzas.
He's going to.
It's to eat pizza every day.
Yeah, there was nothing about the variety.
But I'm in charge of this. It's my money. I'm not going to buy him the same pizza twice.
Oh, man, I'm going over.
Don't you want to? The whole idea is to try other pizzas. There's lots of great pizza out there.
Sure. What about a meat pizza? I wonder if they had a whole meat pizza, like a meat cake.
They could.
Meat lovers.
Yeah. But it's just meat, no bread.
Yeah. So, in other words, the crust would be meat.
Yeah.
Then you'd put meat on it.
Huh.
Yeah. Somehow this is all going to end with a physician.
Yeah. I'm glad I get to see you now.
Some kind of cholesterol.
April may be a tough month for you.
I can't believe when you come back in a year and meet our new engineer.
Yeah, well, Ace got pizza out, quite literally. But it's not going to start till March. We'll have to hammer out some of these details.
We don't need details. Let him do what he wants to do.
No,
it's his life.
No, but no. I'm in charge. It's my money.
Was it worth mentioning this to us to have Tom pay for it?
I just done it and then told you afterward.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
And paid for it yourself. It's not worth the.
But you want to have the same pizza every day?
No, he didn't say that. But maybe on the 5th, those online as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've refused to eat pizza at a place that didn't have green peppers. I called them and I was like, I want green peppers, and they go, we don't have green peppers here. And I just said, okay, well, I'll call somewhere else.
See, I'm on the opposite end. I would frequent that place because I hate green peppers.
How about pineapple?
I can do pineapple.
Really?
It's a weird thing about a warm pineapple, but it can be good. You know what they used to do in Alabama? I don't know if you know about this, but pear salad. You ever have that where it'll be a half a pear with a little mayonnaise and cheese in the kind of
No kidding.
No, I never heard of
It's gross, but every holiday there would be pear salad.
Wow.
Like a little cheddar cheese and mayonnaise and then in a pear.
Did it work at all?
People seem to like it.
But you didn't care for it.
I didn't like it. I'm not a big mayonnaise guy.
Yeah, Kristi.
No, me either. Mayonnaise or green peppers.
Okay, now, this all started with we asked everybody if they could only have one thing to eat every meal for the rest of their life, what would it be? I said spaghetti. Josh said peanut butter and jelly. Kristi said popcorn. What would it be for you? What could you eat every day for the rest of your life?
I don't know. It's so hard to say. I mean, like pizza would be a good one because you can change the toppings, right? Because I want to say steak, right? But I was going to try to do this carnivore diet one time, and then like after about 2 days, I was like, I kind of would like a salad.
I
mean, meat all meals. It seems good, but in reality, you're like, I need some variety. I don't know what it would. I mean, maybe chicken. Maybe we could go chicken. I could mix it up a bit. You know, boil it.
Chicken? Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
that's true.
Chicken
Grill it.
fingers, Tom? Where are you on chicken fingers?
Delightful.
I forget your choice, Chick.
I like a lasagna. I like that, but that's kind of a pizza family, I guess.
But that's all right, but you can do that every day for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
After about 2 weeks, I think you'd be like, I'd love to poop again. You know?
less cheese.
Yeah.
Kristi Lee's at the news desk. What's happening over there?
Well, speaking of poop, how do you cure a man who has persistent hiccups?
I love this joke.
Apparently with a rectal massage, Josh.
Really?
Yeah, doctors wrote in a case report that a 60-year-old man developed hiccups after he was hospitalized for pancreatitis. The man's hiccups went on for days despite efforts to deal with them, which included swallowing a teaspoon of granulated sugar. I don't know what this is, the Valsalva maneuver. Does anybody know what that is?
Oh, that's where you point your toe.
Yeah, right.
And, you put your arms over your head. You see it in the ballet a lot.
Oh, okay.
Igor
Valsalva?
Valsalva did it all
I'll
the
see if
time.
I can
That's what
find
the
out
name
what
is.
this is.
innovator.
Oh, he was
And
amazing.
here's one I didn't know for hiccups, applying pressure to the man's eyeballs.
I don't know about that at
Eyelids,
all.
but, yeah.
You're like, all right, I'll stop hiccuping.
Whatever you tell me, please.
Okay.
Dr. Francis, did
wait
you
a
find
minute.
out
Here,
what this maneuver
I got
was?
it. The Valsalva maneuver is one of several simple physical actions, according to WebMD, called vagal maneuvers. Vagal or vagal? That act on is it the vagus nerve?
No, it's the vagus nerve. It's the vagus
To
nerve.
slow your heart rate.
Yeah.
Doctors use it when the heart is beating too fast. To do this, you take a big breath, hold it, closing your windpipe at the throat with your glottis. This is very complicated. So I'm sorry. So this poor guy's got
Hiccups.
hiccups.
Dr. Francis Fesmeyer, who is attempting to simulate the patient's, or stimulate rather the patient's vagus nerve, as you just said.
That guy sounds like he'd have this voice.
He does. Sound like a mad
Yeah,
doctor.
Francis Fesmeyer.
I'm Dr. Francis Fresmeyer.
He remembered reading about another patient whose racing heartbeat was slowed after receiving a rectal massage. They tried the technique. The man's hiccups stopped for several hours before starting up again.
Oh, they did?
The case report note says that the digital rectal massage was attempted again using a slow, continuous circumference.
So it was done with his finger then?
Yes.
So
And the
digital, not
Sounds like a remedy he came up with.
digital with his finger. And the hiccups were terminated again immediately.
Oh, they also go away if I have an orgasm.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, try that. Yeah.
Fesmeyer told New Scientist there is a better way. He said an orgasm results in incredible stimulation of the vagus nerve.
Yeah,
so
it
there
does.
you go, chick.
Hell yeah, it does.
From now on, I will be recommending sex culminating with orgasm as the cure-all for intraceable hiccups. Does this mean the guy liked it so much that he... don't you read that into this?
I got hiccups. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, these hiccups.
So wait a minute.
What happens in
what
Vegas?
Kristi's asking, I think, is you're asking if the digital massage back there
Right.
caused the guy to
Right.
orgasm. That I don't know.
That doesn't mean I have to give someone else an orgasm. It's my orgasm, right?
Right.
Phew, okay.
Sometimes that will happen just by, like, that's, oh boy, this is delicate.
With the massage of that area?
Yes, that's one of the things where in prison, when men are...
in love.
Well, the one isn't necessarily in love and doesn't want what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But when that's happening, they will have an orgasm and then question everything about themselves when really it's just a total biological response.
But the good news is they don't have the hiccups.
Yeah.
They spike. You lost the hiccups.
But is that more of a prostate?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
This is the term digital.
Yeah, it's a
When
finger.
when you look at the headline, man's hiccups cured by digital rectal massage, I'm thinking, oh, this must be a guy takes an iPhone. I don't know. But no, it's digit
digits?
means
Yeah,
hand, finger.
digits.
Yeah, digit.
Absolutely. Even I knew that.
No,
That's
but
not
I mean,
right.
obviously digital in our contemporary culture typically refers to electronic digital stuff.
It is a good cover. You know, you've been touching that? No, I did that digitally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a weird... So if you have hiccups and you're by yourself...
Can you just...
I think this is like a last
You can at least give
resort
yourself an
kind of thing.
orgasm.
Yeah.
Or a twirl in the back. I'm sorry.
Work out the crest spin brush.
Coming up. What do we have coming up, Kristi Lee?
Wow, we have a wedding party that had to be rescued.
Why?
We have a bear escaping at the St. Louis Zoo for the second time.
How did that happen?
Let him free.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Oh, these are just teases. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, if you let him escape twice, he should be the mayor of St. Louis now. He's in charge.
Oh. Nellie is the mayor of St. Louis. Thank you.
Hello there.
We'll find out what's
I'm your
happening.
new mayor.
We'll find out what's happening. This wedding story is great.
Yeah, if you
We'll
say
find out what happened to the wedding party, and they were trapped. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a news reader.
You are a news
Yes.
reader. I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And a good morning to you on a Friday. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but there is a VIP membership available at bobandtom.com for those of you that are longtime fans of the show and want full access. Perhaps you are in love with someone who's a Bob and Tom Show super premium fan. Well, get them the Bob and Tom Super Premium VIP service. You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show commercial free and on demand with our daily podcast when you're a member. Watch the show in real time for free. Even the Bob and Tom archives and the album library open for our VIP members. It's a lot of fun, and it's a fun wormhole to go down you may not be able to get out of, but that's okay. We'll take good care of you while you're there. Check it out now, bobandtom.com/VIP. And have some fun, treat yourself, and again, makes a great gift for that Bob and Tom Ultra fan you have in your life. Rolling through a Friday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Don't go anywhere. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things that you may have missed. A coast-to-coast storm that paralyzed roads and blacked out nearly 1 million homes and businesses set to pound California, sparking warnings about floods and blizzards. The National Weather Service says the storm could dump as much as 5 feet of snow in some Southern California mountains, which could bring whiteouts and an increased risk of avalanches. Rare blizzard warnings in place. Further north, portions of Interstate 80 in California and Wyoming already have been closed because of impassable conditions. including a 70-mile stretch over the Sierra Nevada. Snow, ice, freezing rain also expected to keep hitting areas of the Plain States and northern areas, including New England. Be careful out there. Russia's launched a rescue ship for 2 cosmonauts and a NASA astronaut whose original ride sprang a dangerous leak at the International Space Station. The new empty Soyuz capsule should arrive at the orbiting lab Sunday following its liftoff Friday from Kazakhstan. The capsule leak in December blamed on a micrometeorite that punctured an external radiator, draining it of coolant. Same thing happened again earlier this month, this time on a docked Russian cargo ship. Russia delayed the launch of the replacement Soyuz after the second leak, looking for any manufacturing defects. However, no issues were found. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Special guest, Randy Gandhi.
He's a Randy Gandhi. We say Randy.
Randy Gandhi?
Randy Gandhi.
Randy Gandhi. The answer is?
The answer is sputum samples.
Sputum samples.
Exactly.
The question.
What do you call someone who's the spitting image of junior samples? Answer is
yes.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Yes.
Oh no.
What did Barbie yell as she made love with Ken in the tool shed? The answer is aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. Yes.
The question. Tough envelope.
What does the coat girl say to Sammy Davis right after she says, hat, sir? The answer is Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
What happens when Stevie Wonder tries to shave himself?
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
What's a guillotine?
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Weirdo. Kristi Lee's here.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. She's at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
Ace Cosby's here.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
There's Tom Griswold. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Thank you.
What do you think of that?
Never would have guessed. We have a comedian, Dusty Slay, hanging out with us. I want to mention a couple quick things. On the road this weekend, Pat Godwin, a special benefit for Big Brothers and Big Sisters in Lancaster, Ohio, Saturday night only. That'll be a great show, Pat. So everybody near Lancaster, go check out Mr. Godwin.
Good on you doing that, man.
Donnie Baker at the Capitol Theater, Burlington, Iowa, That's tonight. And then tomorrow, the One Event City Center in Quincy, Illinois.
One event is the love thing.
A guy who was on the road doing great comedy is Dusty Slay. He happened to stop by our studios. You've never seen Dusty?
He didn't happen to buy. We had him scheduled, and he came in.
This was all very planned out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For weeks.
It's going just the way it's supposed to go.
It was on the green sheet.
Including this email we just received. Dear Chick, why does Tom screw up S all the time?
What do you mean?
That's from Alan. Why do you screw up stuff all the time?
That's all they want to know?
That's all. That's the entire email. Look. Right there. That's it.
Okay.
Will you answer, Alan?
Yes. You know what?
I have
along
a theory.
with Alan, I'd like to know why you do that.
To make life interesting.
There you go.
There you go. Look at this. You gotta, mix it up a little bit.
You like those little landmines you throw out?
Sure, it's fun.
I've always said for the longest time, you never come into I never see you in the morning, and you just go, oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Never. I come in, and he goes, did you see a tornado was out in the middle of it? It was unbelievable. Well, evidently, these deer have gotten humongous. They're 8 feet tall.
And you never go home and sit in your recliner and kick
Right
your
now,
feet up?
I can't go home. I don't have a house to live in right now.
Oh, my God. You know what I mean?
I sent you the picture over vacation. I saw him relax. I'm 29 years old. I've known my dad for 29 years, give or take. I saw him relax for the first time ever.
Oh, that must have been great.
And you sent me a picture of
He
it.
was in a chair. He had a little ottoman going, little football on the TV. It was. I didn't know what to do.
Did he have his phone?
No, his phone was tucked away.
Beverage?
Wow.
He might have had a little tea or a sparkling water.
Good for you, Tommy.
Let me see if I can find it.
You know you've deserved it.
Yeah.
Right?
My new house, I'm going to have a chair.
You are?
All right. I love a chair. I love to sit down.
Do you have a chair, Dusty? This is a fair question. Where I used to live, I didn't really have like a place I could go sit. I don't like watching TV much anyway. Do you have the Dusty chair where you sit and you?
I definitely have a chair.
You do?
Yeah, it's a used chair, but I like it. It's comfortable. I can kick back. I like to sit down. I like to prop up my feet.
Can you hold up the baby?
Oh, yeah.
Is the baby allowed on the chair?
Oh, yeah.
For now.
I prefer it. I like her to get in there and just sit in the chair with me. I think that's, because if she's there, then we're watching something. It's great. It's calm. It's easy.
Okay. Well, you can watch Dusty Slay on that TV, among other things, and you can also find him in the world of podcasting. And right now, Kristi Lee, what have you got over there?
I have an email.
Okay.
The last story, in case you missed it, apparently you can get rid of hiccups by doing a rectal massage with a finger.
This is from a medical
physician.
journal.
I didn't make that up.
Can I just go to my doctor and be like, hey, man, I have the hiccups. Can you put the glove on?
Well, that's what this is about. This is from David. As a public service, Kristi, can you please tell me how to get hiccups?
Oh, that's good.
Uh-huh. So somebody likes it.
This is from a science medical journal.
Yeah.
They treated this guy with a so-called digital rectal massage, which, once again, in this case, digital means finger, not iPhone. And it apparently works. There's also a breathing technique. There's also a device. Don't you have one of those, Willie?
Yeah, it's called a Hickaway, H-I-C-C.
It's just a Hickaway. It's just a Hickaway.
And it's like a weird straw.
Right.
It kind of looks like a bendy straw, but you can't bend it back. And you stick it in the water. There's 2 settings, adult and child, and it makes a hole, either smaller or bigger. And you just kind of drink water out of this weird straw.
And it's supposed to take the hiccups away.
I left it at work. I'm going to put it in my car. I got the hiccups last night. I wanted this thing. I've never used it. I don't know if it works, but
I'll tell you what it took away, $10 of yours.
That sounds like something you use to clear out a trailer park.
Hickaway.
Add a spray with Hickaway.
How many times has this happened to you?
Hey, you know what? We should go over and knock on the door. We sure should.
Are these folks ruining your school? Time to get Hickaway. I'd be curious to see if that works. You're supposed to drink water out of it?
Yeah, you stick, there's like a little straw thing.
How does it differ from a regular straw?
Well, it's no different than you're supposed to sip water and have a swallow between each sip. It gets rid of hiccups for me.
Okay, well,
how's it going? Is it good?
This guy got to really draw on this thing, man. You got to really get in there.
That's it,
really
then. Hiccups are essentially just a spasm of the diaphragm, aren't they?
Well, this guy, Dr. Fessmeyer, also recommends an orgasm.
Yeah.
So hence the, I guess this guy wants to get the hiccups for that purpose.
Is there a longer, wider straw that will help me achieve an orgasm?
You know, I'm saying about yay long.
Yeah. Something I can,
yay thick. Oh.
Hey, can I do some comedy for sophomores in high school?
Sure.
Check this out. It sounds like a bong.
It does a little bit.
Isn't that cool? Check that out, fellas.
Remember those little bird whistles you would fill with water and blow in? Shaped like a bird and...
Oh, yeah.
Tweet.
Yeah.
What's those, Dusty?
I don't remember those.
Ah, you missed out, man.
I do wish I had one.
Yeah.
Looks like a crack pipe at the trailer park.
Yeah.
A bird-shaped crack
Okay. Kristi, what else is going on with the news desk?
A newlywed couple in North Carolina missed their reception after getting trapped in a hotel elevator. WBTV, do you want to play?
BTV, Bloomberg TV, formerly Bloomberg,
BTV reports Victoria and Panav Jha along with a few members of their wedding party, were heading to the top floor of the Grand Bohemian Hotel when the elevator got stuck. Panov told the station, "We go up maybe 5 feet, then it just stopped." The Charlotte Fire Department ended up using ropes to rescue 6 people one by one. Though the hours-long rescue meant they were not able to see their wedding guests before the night was over, the couple took it in stride. Panov said, quote, "It's going to be one we remember forever. I'm going to tell my kids, your mom was so beautiful, the fire department had to come." Aww.
Well, how did he do?
They were up 5 feet and they needed rope? That's what I'm saying. Just jump down.
No, they had to go up.
They had to go up.
Oh.
They had to pull them, as I understand it, they had to open up the ceiling of the elevator and pull them up.
And
that's
didn't
terrifying.
Didn't he mean your mom was so hot they had to call the fire department?
You would think, but not everybody's as witty as us.
And it's a shame it wasn't just the two of them.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Could have been their little honeymoon.
Yeah, they came to the honeymoon with, mom and dad in there.
Yeah.
That's a little embarrassing. But
so I'm going to give you some pointers.
No, pull a hair more.
Now that you're married, no one's going down anymore.
And never underestimate the power of a little light choking.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Here's how you get rid of hiccups.
What's the Mitch Hedberg joke? They should have taken the escalator because escalators can't break; they just turn into stairs.
Yeah.
The good thing about escalators is they can never break; they just become stairs.
Yeah.
There you go. But that, I guess, the entire wedding party is happening, and they're not
there.
They're having the big reception, and they're stuck in the elevator.
I bet in some ways that was a relief. Isn't it a pain in the ass for the bride and groom to walk around and say hi to everybody? It's got to suck.
They don't have to do the electric slide.
Well, that's part of the fun. I have nothing against the electric slide.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Certainly not.
Big slide fan.
I get mad if there's a reception without the electric slide.
Oh, Josh is our dancer, remember?
What else do you do? What other dances do you like at a wedding?
Oh, well, the traditional duck dance is always fun. Or the
chicken dance?
Yeah. Any foul-related dance.
Hokey pokey?
Yeah.
In St. Louis, is it the duck dance?
No.
I think I just misspoke. That happens when you talk for a living.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll swing and a miss.
I'll do the duck dance. Do they still do the hokey pokey?
Not at any wedding I've been to in a while. That's the chicken dance.
There's the chicken dance. Why aren't you applauding?
Oh, boy.
That answers that question.
Listen to this.
Wow. And now
the white folks sing.
We're really, really white.
Okay, thank you. Lawrence welcomed them and said, no, too white. Raycon thought they were too white. Right now, I hope you're enjoying our show, listening on your Raycon earbuds. That's right, because they're twice as good and half the price. Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Tell me more.
Exactly right, Tom. No, you keep talking about your Raycons. Oh, wait a minute. I have it right here. Raycon is premium audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank, whether you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds or a battery-powered speaker that will last at your all-night party. Raycon has you covered. Raycons start around half the price of other premium audio brands. Plus, I ain't even mentioned 3 customizable sound profiles. You got your earbud tap function, your noise isolation, and your awareness mode.
Dude.
Ready to buy something small with a big impact? Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order.
You're on a roll.
That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. Buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, please remind me to read this letter from Will in Charleston, South Carolina. Beautiful place, of course, where Dusty used to live. Speaking of things that are living, the alligator he thought was dead. We'll talk about that and what happened. Nobody died. It's okay when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Course.
Hey, have you checked out our Bob and Tom Show Instagram account? Well, we have one, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of good photos as well, from highlights and people who have stopped by, friends and guests who have come through the studios. Just check it out. Go to bobandtom.com for quick links to all of Bob and Tom's social media sites. We know you kids love your social media, and why shouldn't you? That's why we're involved. Bobandtom.com is where you head for links to all of our social media sites. There you have it. You are tuned to the Bob and Tom Show on a Friday. It's February 24th, everybody. The weekend is almost here, but we're not quite done with you yet. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Disgraced South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh denied killing his wife and son, but admitted to lying to investigators about when he last saw them alive as he took the stand in his own defense yesterday. Murdaugh charged with murder in the fatal shootings of his wife Maggie and their 22-year-old son Paul. They were killed near kennels on their property on June 7th, 2021. In his testimony, Murdaugh continued to staunchly deny any role in the killings, but he said he lied about being at the kennels with his wife and son shortly before their killings for 20 months. Murdaugh blamed that lie on his addiction to opioids. Winter storms continue to cause chaos across the U.S. The weather shut down much of Portland after the city experienced its second snowiest day in history, paralyzed travel from parts of the Pacific coast all the way to the northern plains. The nearly 11 inches of snow that fell in Portland stalled traffic during the Wednesday evening rush hour and trapped drivers on freeways. California is set to be hit next. And St. Louis officials are working to find a way to keep an Andean bear named Ben inside his enclosure after he escaped yesterday for the second time this month. Zoo officials said the bear was outside for less than an hour and was found only about 100 feet away from his habitat. The 4-year-old, who weighs about 300 pounds, was tranquilized and returned to his enclosure. Visitors and zoo staff were kept inside zoo buildings during Ben's escapade. The bear escaped February 7th by tearing apart clips that attached stainless steel mesh to the frame of the enclosure's door. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Japanese authorities arrested a man for defecating on another person's bicycle seat.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Pat, you have a song for this?
I could do something for you. It's crazy, so crazy, just what some people do. It's not because he's lazy and couldn't find the loo. He says it was because of attraction, why he made a major transaction. It don't smell sweet upon the seat. That bicycle wasn't meant for number 2.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning. You're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a.
Got a.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with my wife.
Okay.
And well,
she's not letting you.
You know.
Or she's not giving you.
Well, yeah. And
oh boy.
You know, I was wondering how long that would.
She's not doing the.
Yeah. And
okay. Have you tried
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I.
have you followed? Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these. And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right. Well, thank you for every.
That ought to get you.
Well, yeah. Okay.
You know. Okay.
All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today, and thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show,
You know.
right?
Sure.
Fabulous program.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economy.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold is here.
Yeah, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We're hanging out with a comedian, Dusty Slay. And we have a special treat for Dusty and for all of us. As you can see, we've gone to the big screen where we see Jeff Oskay.
There
And
he
it's
is.
time now for a very special show called News We Failed to Mention. Jeffrey, good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm not sure how much of a treat this is for Dusty, but
Such a treat for me.
Are you having a good time? That's all I need to know.
Yes, we are having a good time. We're
Oh
all
my gosh,
having a
I'm
good time.
such a fan. Oh, Mr. Dusty Slay. What I do, I'm Jeff Oskay, comedian, board switcher, nobody. They let me come on every Friday because we give you a lot of the news here at the Bob and Tom Show, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
A group of singles set a world record with 1,300 people taking part in the world's largest speed date. Each single met with over 20 possible matches. Well, you failed to mention speed dating. Why not? Now you can meet 17 psychos all at once instead of spreading it out over the next 10 years. All right. The popular kids show Barney. Barney is returning. What you failed to mention, I shoot you, you shoot me, then we don't have to watch Barney.
I don't think Jeff's a fan.
3 kids, not a fan. We learned that women's underwear gets taxed at a higher rate than men's underwear. What you failed to mention sounds like someone has their panties in a bunch. A man was arrested for eating 2 bags of stolen potato chips. What you failed to mention, putting the cell back in Mike's cells. A regional potato chip.
One of my favorites.
Mike sells potato chips.
Unfamiliar.
He has a cell. His cell has 2 different spellings.
Yeah.
C-E-L-L.
Yeah, well, that's why I read it and didn't write it out. A man tried escaping prison by disguising himself as a sheep while crossing the field next to the prison. What you failed to mention, everything was going in plan until he was discovered in the field by a hornier male sheep.
Oh, boy.
Oh. A giant asteroid buzzed Earth last week. What you failed to mention, I'm surprised we didn't try to shoot it down. What, we waste all of our rockets on UFO and spy balloons? And you know, right now there's 3 indie bands who just formed in the past 2 weeks called Spy Balloon. They're going to try to open for U2 next tour. Spy Balloon. KFC is doing away with popcorn chicken. What you failed to mention, what are they doing with their old popcorn chicken machines? I just picture like an old-timey popcorn machine with a bunch of popcorn chicken overflowing the kettle. I put one of those in my living room. A woman, of course it was, a woman broke a sculpture of a balloon animal by Jeff Koons worth around $40,000 when she accidentally bumped into the sculpture at an art fair. What you failed to mention, $10 says she was holding a clear plastic glass filled with free Pinot Grigio. Another $10 says she didn't tip the bartender for her free glass of Pinot Grigio. Oh, just a few minutes ago, you were talking about the man who cured his hiccups by digital rectal stimulation.
Yeah.
What you failed to mention, I tried this before. It did not cure my hiccups, but it did cure my ED.
Oh, that's great news.
And finally, Idris Elba says he will not play James Bond. What you failed to mention, he probably couldn't get that hog to fit in those tailored English suits. I'm Jeff Oskay, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Failed to mention.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Jeff Oskay. That hog.
You know he's got a hog.
0012. Got a letter here. We were talking about beautiful Charleston, South Carolina, because our guest, comedian Dusty Slay, grew up in Alabama, moved to Charleston for many, many years, more than a decade, now lives in Nashville. We've also been talking about gators on our show today. Hi, guys. I live in Charleston, South Carolina, writes Will. A friend of mine and a buddy decided to eliminate a nuisance alligator from the canal near his house. It was the 4th of July, so they figured the fireworks would cover the sound of the pistol. Love this logic. His buddy shot the gator on the top of the head where the soft spot is. My friend picked up the gator. It was a 6-footer. He put it around his shoulders to take to the house and show it off. He was showing it to his wife when she said, "The alligator just blinked."
Oh, man.
My buddy felt the gator twitching. His friends had missed the soft spot and merely stunned the alligator. My friend had a live 6-foot alligator over his shoulders. He frantically threw it off. Everybody was okay. Since nobody got hurt, it's a funny story, says.
Well, what happened to the gator?
Well, they did have to move, though. The alligator lives there now.
Okay.
Yeah, them's the rules.
Yep.
And all I did was throw a couple of rocks, you know? They're out here shooting them. I mean,
that is, have you seen the gator hunters on TLC or one of them? They drag this poor alligator up to the side of the boat and they shoot it in the head with like a rifle. Like, that's not hunting, is it?
Well, you got to catch it. That's the hard part.
I know, but kablam! Well, he put up quite a fight, didn't he? Yeah, well, he sure did.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
You got your guitar, don't you?
Sure.
I bet Dusty would like this song. You remember the one about the South Carolinian alligator? The story on this, Dusty, I don't have it in front of me, but I can remember most of it. This guy, they caught this gigantic alligator, and they cut it open. This is a news story that we had. And inside the gator, they found things like spark plugs, which I thought was weird. Then someone explained to me that fishermen use them to weight down the line. But they also found some dog tags, and they actually traced this. The tag had the guy's name that had owned the dog, and they contacted the guy, even though it was more than a decade later. And he said, "Oh yeah, that was my dog. He went missing when I was hunting near that river, whatever it was." And it's just a bizarre story about a gigantic alligator. And Pat, you had a tribute, didn't you?
Alligator, why'd you have to eat that dog? You have your own lake full of frogs and fishes. Living in FLA, you get more daring every day. How could you find an old lady so delicious?
It was Friday, October.
I do love that. That's one of my favorite songs.
Do you know the original, Dusty?
I thought that was the original. That's the version I know.
You know, it's a wonder that doesn't happen every morning.
You're right.
Yeah.
But isn't that our fault for feeding you? Getting back to the alligator song. Yeah. That's why you eat our pets. So give me the number of the gator hotline so I can call to get you out of my yard. You gotta go and let go of Flo. She's just walking her dog. She's 85 years old. She can't defend herself. Go find a turtle or eel. Oh, 'cause Flo is not a tasty meal. Alligator, why'd you have to eat old Flo?
Classic song by Jim Croc.
There you go. Hey. I thought of that.
Sorry, Pat. I hit the inadvertently.
Featuring Jack Webb.
Yes. I have no idea where that came from.
Well, don't give me some of Webb. You got to give me the whole thing.
Give it all.
Okay, here it is.
It was Friday, October 6th. It was cool in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of Juvenile Division. The boss is Captain Morris. My My partner's Bill Gannon. My name's Friday.
Nobody cares.
Assigned to juvenile patrol.
Oh, what a great show.
He says
See,
Friday.
you'd be perfect for that show.
Yeah.
Dusty, you could play a hippie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a hippie role. Just anything I can just be myself. I don't want to get into a character. Let it just be me.
Fair enough.
You can give me a different name, but I still be me. That's what I'm into. I need the level of fame where I can just make cameos.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You could be like a tour manager for like a southern rock band. You're
Yeah.
going on some crazy tour, and you got to be the guy that you deal with all the openers and the girls and the drama. Dusty.
Yeah, or even like a tambourine player. You ever see a tambourine player in a band? They're not doing anything. That's a friend. They're like, you know what? We'll let you do the tambourine. Just don't get carried away.
Don't disappoint me, Tom. You've got to know a tambourine player from like Captain Beefheart or something that you're amazed by.
Davy Jones pretty much played the tambourine all the time in the Monkees.
Yeah, I did. But he could sing.
Yeah, that's true, but gave him something to do when he wasn't singing.
There's some amount of skill there. Sometimes you have to go from hip to overhead, hip to overhead.
Yeah.
You got to have rhythm.
Yeah, sure.
You got to count to 4, hit on 2 and 4 sometimes,
Sure.
and 1 and 3 other times.
But Dusty makes a good point. It's easy to get carried away with a tambourine.
It is. I think so. I mean, there was a whole song, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man."
Yeah, don't get carried away.
Yeah, take it
Do you
easy.
suppose that, like, when
Less is more, pal.
when the guitar tech would come out and hand Mike Nesmith a new guitar, would some guy come on and hand Davey give him the half moon shaped tambourine for this?
I tightened the castanet.
Tamborine's out of tune. It's time now to do a little schooling for Dusty. Dusty, a distinguished gentleman from Alabama, did not attend college for very long, I understand.
That's true. I did 2 classes at a college called Southern Union Community College. And I did well, I think. But I was
SUCC? It suck?
I guess so.
Well, the reason I bring it up
guess so. Wow.
it's time now to school you a little bit
Okay.
in the art of joke telling with our own Ace Cosby. And Ace is known around here as the guy who's going to eat pizza for the next month. But right now, he's a jokester, and here it is.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Now, what do you get from a dwarf cow?
What?
Condensed milk.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Stunned silence from our guest. Thank you very much.
He'll tell us tonight.
Thank you, Ace. Once
That's
again,
my closer.
we return to Kristi Lee at the news desk.
A Japanese startup plans to launch a balloon flight that will give tourists a view of space.
What?
Yeah.
What, you'll just lie down on your back?
Iwaya Kiken says it has developed an airtight 2-seat cabin and a helium balloon that can rise to an altitude of 15 miles, where the curve of the Earth can be clearly viewed. Though the balloon only goes up to roughly the middle of the stratosphere, passengers will have an unobstructed view of outer space.
Hey, how do we get down? The guy just pulls out a needle. Oh.
The flight would cost about $180,000, but the company hopes to bring the cost down by tens of thousands of dollars. Passengers do not need to be billionaires, go through intense training, or fly in a rocket in order to see space.
No, but you need
Just
to be
millionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
They say the idea is to make space tourism for everyone.
Now, what do flat earthers say to this when you can see the curve of the Earth? What do they... It's just like, well, it's an anomaly.
I don't
know.
But I wouldn't want to do it.
No, you wouldn't do
No.
it?
No.
15 miles.
Something could go wrong.
Sure.
The last hot air balloon I was in, remember? The guy looks at me and says, okay, we're going to land. We're going to use that tree for a break.
Yeah.
And I said, we're going to use the tree for a what? And we hit the tree, and we went, like, horizontal and slowed down. It was not good.
But you didn't fall out of the basket.
No, I didn't fall out of the basket, but I think that's where my shoulder problems started.
But this thing, if this is you're in an airtight
Well, have to be airtight
capsule,
or you would die.
You'd freeze to death, and they've got to have oxygen and everything in there. And then you get up real high and look up. Yep, there's space. No thanks.
You can see it fairly decently from the ground.
Just get out in the country a little bit. You can really see it well.
Maybe a shooting star even.
Yeah.
And these days, you might get shot down. The balloon's not all that popular. We have time for one more story from Kristi Lee.
I've tried all day not to do this story, but I'm gonna.
All right.
A nutrition brand in the UK is ready to train and hire the world's first. Is it supposed to be poupmalier or is it poumalier?
Oh my goodness!
It's like sommelier,
right? But I think it should be poupmalier.
Yeah, it's apparently
an expert in all things fecal.
Oh my gosh!
The brand known as Feel Complete said it's hoping to train the world's first poumalier to become an expert in poo, the sight and sounds of feces, and what it can reveal about a person's overall health and well-being.
And sounds of feces.
Speaking of tourism,
Tom, the applications are open. This is your dream job.
No, this is because of for health purposes. They want someone to be able to
be able to look at it and go, hey, things look good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's like
I did a poop test one time where you had to put it in little containers, and then send it in, and they were like, "Oh, these things were expired." And then that's what my doctor said, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing it again. That was the most humiliating thing I've ever done in the privacy of my own home.
Man. Very, very important, though, to do that.
Poumalier.
Yeah. What's the name of this company? I'm sorry.
What's the name of the company? What did I say? I don't remember. Oh, Feel Complete.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure there's some science to this.
Of course there's science to
But, I mean, they're making it sound like you're one of those wine guys that just swirls the thing and it's got
sights and sounds.
Got a bouquet of notes of whatever.
Poop doesn't really make sounds, though. That's your body doing
as it
that.
exits, huh? Yeah.
It's your body doing that.
Right.
The poop is not coming out making the sounds.
No, you're right.
Get me out of here.
What if it comes out going?
Well, then the guy goes, I think there may be something wrong.
Wow. Yeah, if it's talking to you, there's a problem. Now,
well, this pairs well with pee, actually. They often go together.
It's a new world.
A couple quick things. Pat Godwin on the road coming up this weekend, a special benefit project for Big Brothers Big Sisters in Lancaster, Ohio. That's Saturday night only. Also, Donnie Baker's at the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Iowa tonight. Tomorrow, Donnie's at the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois. Our guest Dusty Slay is going to be doing a bunch of road gigs, including Nashville, Tennessee, Portland, Oregon, Corning, California, and Petoskey, Michigan, Saturday, March 25th at the Great Lakes Center near Bay Harbor. That'll be a great gig for you.
I'm excited about it. I love Michigan.
And right now, I want to remind you that your time is valuable, so you don't want to spend too much time at the grocery store wandering around with the cart, desperately trying to find stuff to make some great food. That's where HelloFresh comes in. They do the shopping. They do the measuring. You put together the guaranteed fresh ingredients to make great meals that you have selected based on choices offered to you by a variety of chefs, more than 40 weekly recipes to choose from. And by the way, we're talking about quite the array of choices. From way over here, you could have vegan choices. Way over here, you could have good old-fashioned comfort food. And whatever you're into, you're doing a diet, maybe it's a low-cal or low-carb. HelloFresh has it all. And by the way, you can also check the boxes to get organic chicken or organic ground beef. You can swap the proteins. There's a lot of flexibility here. Willie, what have you been working on over there?
Check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious pasta dish that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, a great way to save money, and you're getting restaurant-quality food, and you're just putting it together yourself. And they got some new stuff, the 15-minute meal, Southwest pork and bean burritos or falafel power bowls. Details at HelloFresh.com. The code BTShow65 will knock 65% off the price, plus include free shipping. Once again, it's HelloFresh.com/BTShow65. HelloFresh.com/BTShow65. We're coming back with comedian Dusty Slay and a little bit of history for you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand to say I do. just how blessed life can be. I know, 'cause all those years ago, your mom handed you to me. Every step that we take brings back the memories. Winter snows and horse shows and dancing on the beach. And I can't help thinking that I'm the lucky one. You're still my baby daughter, and now I've gained a son. I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand to say I do. And he will discover just how blessed life can be. I know, 'cause all those years ago, your mom handed you to me. And don't miss a chance to put each other first. And now that you've found, for better or for worse, and don't let the beauty of this life pass you by. In the times of trouble, and you stand side by side, I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand to say I do. I picture a slow, sweet walk yet to be. You take my hand, say, Daddy, come see. Then you'll know what it feels like. And you won't believe what it feels like. Then you'll know what it felt like when she handed you to me. She handed you to me.
Beautiful.
200 different angles. Now, I bet flies would be great billiards players if they could make sticks to fit their hands.
Yeah, they can see everything.
Silly.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, well, check out. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Slay here in the room with us.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee.
Hey.
News desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Guitar. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold playing the air drums.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Our guest is comedian Dusty Slay, and Dusty grew up in Alabama and moved to Charleston, South Carolina for a long time, where you were a waiter.
Yeah, I was a waiter.
Were you a good waiter?
I think so. You know, I was, I worked at this Hyman's 2 times, right? So the first time I worked there, I was a drinker. So I was hungover a lot. But I felt like I was, had a good spark about me. The second time around, I was older and not putting up with a lot of stuff, I felt like I knew the menu very well. So I was like, what I like to say is like a good waiter, but like not friendly kind of thing, where I'm like, I'm just going to do the job very well, but I don't got a lot of time to stand around and talk.
Those are my favorite services.
Yeah.
So So you didn't do gags or bits for anybody because you were also working on your comedy at the time.
Yeah, I would carry a notepad, and I have on YouTube. I have about a 7-minute video of my waiting tables jokes that I wrote while working at Hyman's, and
Can you sample us with one of them?
I say I did the joke earlier about it's located on the same block as a restaurant called Sticky Fingers, but I also said it's owned by a family with the last name Hyman, and I was working there one day, and this lady said to me, she goes, "Oh, are you one of the Hymans?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because they named me Dusty Hyman."
I like that very much. Your first appearance on TV, you were on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jimmy Kimmel Live 2018.
You had to be terrified.
It was terrifying. Actually, Jimmy Kimmel was very nice to me, but he came out right before I went on stage. And, the set is okay. But he comes out, he goes, "Hey, this is a weird audience, so anything you get out of them, you earned." That's what he said to me.
That's nice.
If only he had said that on air, that would be great.
Do you remember the first joke you did on Kimmel?
Yeah, I did a trailer park joke that I like and that did very well, but I'd never opened with a joke, and I just said, I grew up in a trailer park, not sure why they call it a park. We had a lot of fun, but I'm not sure why they call it a park. I've not done the joke in a long time, but I said, I grew up in a trailer park, and we had a lot of fun, but I'm not sure why they call it a park. There wasn't a lot of rides in there. We had like a slip and slide or like an old tarp with some Dawn dish detergent on it.
And then after you did Kimmel, you did Fallon like 6 months later, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Your Fallon set, I'm not trying to kiss ass here. It's one of my top 5 favorite late night sets of all time.
Well, thank you. I learned from doing the first late night, I learned how to prepare, right? So I was like practicing this 5-minute set for Kimmel without ever opening with it. So then when I was told I was going to do Fallon, I opened with that 5 minutes everywhere I went for the next couple of months or couple of weeks. And it's hard because you're doing, 45 minutes to an hour. You open with your best 5. I would come out and do that 5, and audiences thought I was the greatest comic they had ever seen. And then the next 40 minutes, they're like, "What happened to that guy?"
We're back at Hyman's.
Yeah.
That's my theory in comedy. I like to end on just kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Just kind of
end with people looking at their watches. What's going on in
your
here?
waitresses.
I'm paying a babysitter for this?
Okay. Well, we got to get some history here real quick.
Time now for Today in History, February 24. Tom.
Let's go right to birthdays. Oh, boy. 1786, Wilhelm Grimm.
Oh.
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
With a name like Grimm, of course you're going to go do fairy tales.
And his fairy tales were grim.
Give you nightmares.
Yeah.
The people that worked for him, it was a little embarrassing.
Why?
Had a grim job.
Grim job.
No hiccups.
I didn't see it coming.
I see that coming.
Happy birthday. Oh, he's gone. Abe Vigoda.
Yeah.
He was in the movie The Godfather, right? He was.
Yeah.
Was he the guy that slept with the fishes?
Come on. Can't you do me a favor?
No, he played fish later in his career.
Oh, okay,
sorry. Do me a favor, Michael, for old time's sake? Sorry, Sally. Sorry.
Okay.
That's my Al Pacino.
Sorry. Steve Jobs, one of the driving force of Apple computers, born in this state in 1955. Wasn't they buried him with a turtleneck?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I would think.
We're okay.
Isn't his middle name G? Like G? Get a job?
No, his middle name is actually Rim. People don't know.
It ties right in.
All right, there we go. That was better, Willie. Thank you.
Okay. And then that's about it. Oh, happy birthday to my little girl Hart, turning 7 today.
Happy birthday,
Hey, Hart.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Hyundai, sponsored the Things We Learned segment of the show on all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6. Learn more about a wide range of electrified vehicles at HyundaiUSA.com. Yes, happy birthday to Hart. Evidently, she's bossing everyone around. Tom has no idea where she gets that. Kristi has lots of friends who do lots of interesting things.
I do.
And she has to go to an 8-year-old's birthday party tomorrow. Is it 8? Okay.
Yep, 8.
Ace, coming up, March is going to be a month of pizza. There are lots of rules being talked about.
Oh, there are no rules.
So no one is
You're not in charge of this. I am. I created this.
No one
Ace
is
is in
sure.
charge. It's his
I think
life.
Ace is in charge. He's eating the pizza.
What's he buying the pizza with?
Well,
my credit card.
You know what, Ace? I'll give you my credit card.
Okay, I agree.
Apparently, at some point during the show, I did not remember this. Josh and Kristi could be hooking up.
Yeah.
All right.
What
He's
was
in a
the-
cult. He's a cult
that's right.
leader.
Yes, yeah.
And I
yeah.
said, does that mean I have to have sex with you now that you're in a cult? You're a cult leader.
That's right.
That's right. And apparently, about 3 hours ago, I looked at Tom and said, I am so ready to go home. I don't know if I meant that or not.
But you got to stay and see Dusty.
I did. I knew Dusty was coming. That's the only thing that kept me here. Mississippi State pitcher, he's ambidextrous. He throws with both his right and his left arm.
A little tribute. Do you know what this is, Dusty?
Mississippi Queen.
Yeah. This guy throws lefty and righty. It's crazy.
And Dusty Slay 8 coins when he was a kid. His dad had to dig him out of his poop, and Dusty said he deserved it.
His dad deserved it.
His dad deserved it. Yeah.
And never bought him anything.
And coming up on Monday, Reno Collier and some other guy will be on the show.
Okay, thank you very much.
Greg Warren, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Go check out Dusty on the TV, on YouTube, and on the podcast. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.